Yes, thank you.
What a time to be alive.
That's
Thank you.
not
$20,000 of production technology went into work there. I got these mic arms at home now that I think would be real dope.
Put your hands up. Fucking hell, eh?
Put your hands in the air.
I got my hat beak in there.
I got these mic arms at home now. These like they're not really goosenecks, but they're like the two jointers.
Ooh.
We'd stick them all on the table, and then we could all like radio station style.
Man,
Did
do
I
I love
large?
two
Do we-
joints.
That'd be cool, eh?
I guess so.
That'd be neat.
Do
I
we
think it
need-
would really
do we
help.
need to do that?
It would really help for Warren and OJ. It would help the two size extremes. Because Warren is always a million miles away from the mic, and Oliver is for other reasons.
Yeah,
Also a million miles away from the mic.
that's right.
So imagine if you could just move it around. You could hold it like a fine like Chardonnay.
It's weird that happens to Warren as
Put
a
your
man who
mic
is
in.
on the radio.
Yeah,
He
I
probably
don't know.
has
It's because
like,
like
a
he always sits.
arm mic at the station, I would think.
Oh yeah, 100% he does. I've never
Sure.
I've never seen a radio station without the arm mics because then one size fits everyone. I got two of them at home. One I use on the rigs.
Dr. Octopus fight was bad.
Was poorly
poorly
like
done.
badass.
No, it was poorly done at
It
all.
was just too rushed, you know.
Yeah.
What do you mean it was all? I thought that was the only thing that bugged me.
No, it
What
was
do
so
you mean it was
rushed.
rushed?
It was so rushed. It was
I didn't like the fact that I
We
was
gotta
doing
save
the
it.
same.
We gotta
all
save
right,
this. We gotta
all
save
right.
this. We'll come in right now. You want to talk about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk
Just
about
want to
it.
talk about Spider-Man. How
Let's do it. I'll open the chat and we'll talk about Spider-Man.
Game of the year.
No, that's my hill I can die on. Spider-Man is my if it is game of the year I quit the show game.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Yeah, but you
it's so perfect.
You have to remember that that didn't work. That's not going to work for everybody. People are going to have
everybody
to quit
gets
the
one.
show.
I don't know. I would assume that my quitting the show maybe has more sway than other quitting the shows.
I feel like
but-
I'd like
You're
to think
quitting the
my
show?
quitting the show has
The
equal
emptiest
amounts
of
of
all.
sway.
Yeah.
Of sway.
That's a good point. Kevin is the owner of the studio. Yeah, I was going to say your threat might be the most paper thin threat of all the threats, though. It was fucking cold out today.
Yeah, it was brisk. It was warm for a little bit.
I was
and
out
then
on
it got
the
cold again.
I was out on the highway shooting a church that allegedly burned down, but seemed to be in fine form when I got there.
A miracle.
Yes. And I was out on the highway and the wind was blowing. It was like fucking sleet in the air, and I was like, "This fucking sucks." It was pure hell.
Some fucking construction people came and tore up our parking lot yesterday and decided to, like, they dug the holes, tore up the concrete, filled it in, and then there was like probably like a 4 or 5 inch section where they had to actually lay the concrete
Right.
or the asphalt or whatever the fuck you put in a parking lot. And they decided they were going to come back today and finish it. However, it rained all day today, so now all that area is filled with water,
Good.
which is going to freeze overnight.
Oh yeah,
And
your parking lot's
absolutely
fucked.
destroy everything that they just did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Microns would be dope. No one will be breathing into them. They'll all be like this. We should probably all just hold them up here to try it out for
I
the
mean,
show
I
and,
would-
just see how it sounds. Maybe
I think I would still breathe into it because it would
Yeah,
still
you
be in
kinda-
front of my head.
You kind of find the side.
See this?
It'd be
Did
like
you
over
see
there.
this?
But if
Yeah,
you're right
just
to
talk
yeah,
to
do
the
that, do
side.
that, do
Yeah.
that. Side talk us. Side talk us.
The trick is to just not be a mouth breather.
Yeah.
Or a nose breather. In the case of Oliver.
That's true.
The
Oliver
whistle.
is
Yes.
special.
Yeah. Okay, let's start a show. You want to start a show? I'll start a show.
Start a show.
I'll fucking start a show right now. You want to start a show? I'll start a show.
Fuck you, I'll start a show.
I'll start a show.
Don't even get me started.
You want to buy some weed?
I laughed in his face. I laughed in his face. I just threw my head back and lolled and said, "No, sir, I do not."
How's it 7-Eleven? Oh, there's more to the harassment
Yeah.
story.
There's a drunk man with an open beer, and I could smell alcohol in his breath. I can't say with certainty he was drunk. Maybe he was just slow. But he had an open beer.
But he had the open beer.
Had the open
Yeah.
beer, and when I walked in, he's looking right at me, and he says something, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I go over to get the coffee, and he follows me, and he's like standing, like his chest, his coat is like he's pressing against me, kind of.
Ooh,
And I'm like, okay,
you're in my bubble.
back up, yeah, back him up, and he's like, "Hey, was just sorry, red beard, just saying gibberish," and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna I'm starting to freak out because this guy is drunk and in my face. And also, where the fuck are the people in this store? Like, does anyone work here?
Care.
What the fuck's going on? Is this guy gonna like pull a knife?
That man's been in there for like 4 hours.
I know,
trying to
yeah,
fucking
probably.
I
pop
once
weed.
watched a tent city pop up in that parking lot and stay there for like 6 days.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care.
Great. And anyways, I just kept like pushing him off because like I don't know if he's gonna pull a knife out of his pocket or like what the fuck's happening. He's a sketchy dude. And I'm like, well, first thing I'm gonna fucking throw this coffee in his face if it comes to it.
Yeah.
But
Working on
anyways,
the exit plan already.
Always.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck up my coffee because I'm rushing and trying to get the fuck out of there. Didn't get it the way I wanted. Still pretty good, just not the best. And then
Did you forget to put a Splenda in?
well, I was gonna give it 2 creamers. I only got one. So you know, it's a one.
You can just pocket the other one and be like, I'll do this later.
I kind of no. I was kind of thinking about ways that this man might try to kill me at this point. But anyways, went and paid for the coffee. And as I'm at the cashier, he like sidles up and he's like, "I just wanted to know if you wanted to buy some weed," and just fucking threw my head back and laughed and walked out of there.
You should have asked him to Irish up your coffee for you.
Yeah, I should have. Fucking hooked me up. He offered me a sip of the beer at one point, but I'm well, it was Wild Rose. 'Cause I remember I was like, "Oh, brewed in Alberta," and he's like, "What the fuck did you say?" And I'm like, "Wild Rose beer is made in Alberta, right?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I was like,
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Oh, wanted to fight.
Yeah, and then I came here and like somebody was digging through the garbage can. I thought they were in cahoots maybe, and it was a whole thing. Checked the box in my truck to see if anybody snuck in.
Ooh, bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Better check my car's locked.
You should. You probably should. It was bad. It was a bad time. It was a bad experience. But I got coffee, so that's a good experience.
Kind of a win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I
Taste for the folks at home.
got off work half an hour early and went to a Pizza Hut KFC and got a 3-piece meal of dark meat and an individual meat lover's pizza. And it was the first thing I ate all day.
So you're
And I
done.
was hungover all day. So if I leave this show for like 45 minutes somewhere in the middle, it's probably because I'm shitting.
It's the revenge of the KFC.
Yeah.
Where I didn't know there were any KFC Pizza Hut combos anymore.
There's one on 109th Street.
Mm-hmm. There's one in Southgate Mall.
What an age? There's only Wendy's and DQ, maybe.
Tim Hortons? Wendy's Tim Hortons?
Wendy's Tim
Actually,
Hortons.
no.
A lot of
Yeah.
Wendy's Tim Hortons.
The one on
now.
109th Street is a Wendy's Tim Hortons. Never mind.
Wendy's DQ. I don't know.
Taco Bell KFC is also a thing.
Do we even?
Really?
I wouldn't even know where Taco Bell.
There's Taco Bell KFC on 87th Ave above my house.
Oh shit! I'm about to make a trip. Do they have? Is the
Sounds
chalupa in season? Do they have the chalupa?
I think the chalupa is always in season.
Chalupa,
If
not
you had-
always in season.
I bet you could always be like, you know how to make a chalupa.
I asked the lady. I've been there like one time in 3 years, and I am like, do you guys still sell chalupas?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, sorry, we don't know what that is. I was like, oh, but you know, come on, you could hook me up.
Is it
like
like
no,
a
sorry, sir.
Special type of bread or folded
No, it's
taco
it is,
thing?
yeah. It's like slightly. No, it was just regular ass taco shell.
I feel like
wasn't
it's
it?
stuff they could make. They'd be like, no, we don't have the chalupa. Bring a $20 bill behind the restaurant.
Oh fuck! I would have in a heartbeat.
It's like the secret menu at all places.
Yeah, not all places.
All places.
All
have a-
places.
Oh yeah, you
But-
got to know who to talk to.
Is the secret menu like? Yes, we'll do this because we don't want to make a hassle with the customer. Like the secret menu is the customer is always
Yeah.
right to a limited
The
degree.
secret menu is accessed through like violent customers and
Somebody's standing on the counter screaming
Yeah.
until you put sweet and sour sauce on their burger or fucking whatever.
mother of God make them the chalupa.
Fuck, that would be. I'm gonna start
make a
doing
scene.
that. Cheeseburger with sweet and sour sauce instead of ketchup and mustard.
Doesn't
I
sound
bet
too bad.
I bet you could make them do that for you very easily.
Oh yeah.
Just ask politely. You're like, this is a little weird, but could I just get you to like open? I just need a sweet and sour sauce, just like on the bun, just like sauce the bun for me.
It's like, yeah, we sell the packets. It's like, you put it on.
you put it on.
Yeah.
You do the work for me.
Take your gloves off.
Yeah.
Take your gloves off.
Use your finger. But it has to be your little finger.
Yeah. Mix it up with your finger.
And let me watch.
Ugh.
And then you pay him, and then you don't take the burger with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was just for you.
Oh yeah, that was all I needed.
no, I'm satisfied.
I'm done.
Hi, welcome to the show. Hey, it's October the 16th. Is that that can't be right? I think it might be
15th.
October the 15th.
Yeah.
2018. It's 246th episode of the Talking Reckless podcast. My name is Matt Eads. I'm joined by Brandon Lynch.
I told you the story about the chocolate snowball Timbits that I always used to get made.
Yeah. Secret menu.
Secret menu. Secret menu. You got to work there.
If a customer asks you, Bryce Zinnick, if you worked at Tim Hortons and a customer asked you to make them secret chocolate dusted Timbits, would you do it?
I wouldn't know what that means.
Would you do it?
I'd
That-
do it.
that-
If I
that's
knew
the
how to
line.
do it, I'd do it.
Check
man.
the work, huh?
Good man.
Kevin Officer Byer. Officer Kevin Byer.
The Timbit police.
Here as well.
I would not make it, but
Not
that's only because almost everything they sell at Tim Hortons is disgusting.
It's true.
You have to take
it's true.
the good part of the powdered Timbits and put them with the good part of the chocolate Timbits, and you make a good Timbit.
The birthday cake Timbits are great.
Birthday cake Timbits are great.
Yeah.
But they're the first to go. They're the first to
Oh,
go.
yeah, for sure.
They're
Which
really
ones
hard
are
to
they?
get.
Which ones do they look like?
They're white and like glazed on the outside, and have like kind of colored sprinkles when you bite into them. And
Oh,
they're
I'm sure they're the same as plain, but
I don't think I've ever had
the
those.
idea of the
I think
birthday
they're
cake
cakey.
makes it
I don't
great.
know.
The cake's got to be different.
The cake's not a lie. I don't think in this
Yeah.
case. I think it is
Okay.
actually. It's different texture for sure. It is different texture.
I swear it's just the sprinkles. There's no difference.
As a
The
man,
the only thing they change on Timbits is like you can fill them, or you can glaze them, or you put the powdered sugar on 'em. Everything else comes like the chocolate ones come prepackaged.
Whoa.
The birthday cake ones come prepackaged. The plain ones come prepackaged.
and then do they take the plain and make them into?
Plain glazed.
Wait, do they get
or-
like do you get Timbit shells that you then put the fruit into?
You only put fruit into like the white Timbits.
Yeah, but you have to do it. They don't come
No,
pre-fruited.
no, they're not pre-fruited.
Oh wow.
That would be like a pretty. I mean, not for to do it as a career, but for like one.
It's
maybe-
pretty fun.
Maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I could probably like inject with a syringe like fruit filling into donuts for like 2 hours.
They're like
one
they're-
time in my life.
It's like a big fucking vat of the jelly, and there's like like
Yummy.
like spikes that come out of the thing, and then
Oh.
you push the spikes into the thing, and it like when it feels the pressure, just like goes like, and it's like
Oh, so it does more than one at a time?
as long as you can hold it. It does. It does two at a time, but you can fucking keep it on there until it explodes in your hand if you want.
We were talking about secret menu stuff before we kicked off the show. I don't actually know of any secret menu. I don't think but put flamethrower sauce on your burgers when you go to Dairy Queen. There you go. That is a professional tip. And dip your fries in it. If they say they can't get it to you because it comes in packets, they're liars.
The Subway,
Liars.
there's no chicken pizziola on the menu anymore.
But you can
they'll still make
you
you
can
chicken
still make that
pizziola. Yeah,
Fucking A.
you have to wink after you ask. But,
Yeah. Por favor.
yes.
Ting! That was the audio wink for you guys at home. What about video games? Secret video game menus? Or otherwise.
I played one of the most secret video games.
Oh.
I played a video game that you can't even go out and buy.
What?
Wow.
Anthem.
That
the
means-
hot scoop. You have it here.
Does that even make it a video game? It's not real then.
It's an experience. It said right at the beginning, "This is not a game; it's an experience."
Don't in parentheses, don't have fun or like
I think it is. It is like don't try and win.
Okay,
Just try and
okay.
have fun.
yeah.
Don't try and run. Okay. Anyway, it's a VR haunted house game
Okay.
that, as far as I can tell, is not. You can't buy it retail. It was developed for, like, for example, laser tag VR rooms
Here in Edmonton.
in Edmonton by some U of A students who I want to say were, I can't remember what they were majoring in. Video games.
VR. Yeah,
Yeah.
video
They,
games.
they probably turned it in as their final project, and then their professor is like, I could sell this. And
Yeah.
they sold it.
Yeah, and now those people are on the streets with
Yeah.
student debt, and the professor
Way
is
she
king.
goes, yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of neat. It was cool because they have a perfectly VR box sized room to play it in.
Oh, neat. What are we
Yeah.
What are we talking? Like 5 feet by 10 feet, or
Like, if you go an inch outside the border, you will hit the walls.
okay?
Yeah,
so
like it is the
you can-
size of the VR.
You can usually scale that though.
Oh, okay. Well,
How,
then
do you just like, are we talking like 10 feet? Or are we talking like 50 feet?
I'm talking like bigger than this room for sure.
Okay, that's pretty big. We're
Yeah.
in probably like a 10 by, I don't know, 15 or 10 by 12 maybe room.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 by 11.
I think the
Something like
max they say is about. I can't remember. I've set it up so many times. It's like 12 by 12, maybe. Is like the quote unquote max. If you had more sensors, you can get that thing to as big as you want in theory.
It was a Vive. It was powered by a Vive with the backpacks and everything. I don't know. Is that all Vives have that, or is that's a specific kind of Vive you got to have? Right.
It sounds like they maybe had a laptop or something in that backpack. As far as I know, there's no way to run a Vive all self-contained yet.
The battery did die.
Okay, perfect.
Very early in my experience.
So it wasn't a good experience.
Well, luckily nothing had really happened yet, but the guy was like super apologetic because like I was in this haunted house and then everything went black, and I'm like, is this?
Whoa, scary!
Show? It feels like I can't even hear ambient noise anymore. So he fixed it. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, that's fine. It like gave me the tutorial of how to use a Vive, which I already knew and was really long. So I'm kind of like sitting there like playing with my fingers the whole time it's going on. And then yeah, it was short. It was probably 15 minutes. Kind of 3 levels, and it was basically you just poking around this haunted hospital, and whenever you'd interact with stuff, jump scares would happen.
Okay. Are we? Are you walking around?
Yeah, you're walking around. You're doing a lot of
little teleporter.
Nope.
Thing,
you walk. You are walking. I didn't get nauseous at all. But I didn't play for very long. But yeah, physically walking around, physically like grabbing chairs and moving them. Seemed pretty well made. It didn't look fantastic.
What kind of turning we talking here? Any kind of turning on the controller? Like snap turning?
No, the only thing on the controller I used were triggers to grab.
So if you want to see behind you, phically spin around.
You spin around. Yeah, and there's no big cable.
Yeah, because you're in the backpack.
Yeah,
that
so
seems
you can.
Fucking cool.
It was really rad.
Yeah.
Because like you'd have the jump scare and like fly backwards a few steps and then like be like, okay, where I don't even know where in the room I am, but because the room was scaled so well, I'm like, okay, I can see the walls of the room I'm in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even like the grid that pops up, but the room was designed to be the same size as the room.
So
I was
if
in.
you touch the virtual wall, that's
the real wall.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was neat. Did some cool stuff with like near the end you were on like a floor that a lot of the floor had like rotted away, and you're kind of walking on beams and looking down at like floors you had already been through on your way up, and then
do they have any props or anything?
Nope. It was very much just it was just walk around. It was usually find a key card, like go through all the scares looking for a key card to go up an elevator floor.
Okay.
And then once all the scares are done, there's a key card, grab it, go up, keep doing it, rinse, repeat. And then I don't know if I should spoil the ending.
Well, none of us can play it, so it's probably okay.
At the very end, you are like walking on these these beams, and then right before you get to the end, it just fucking breaks and you fall down to your death.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No wonder they told you don't play to win, because you can't win.
You can't win. Yeah. We don't want you to be disappointed.
There was I asked about the props because there was a cool there's a game that when the light first came out, this all on Steam. I can't remember what it's called, but it is like walking a plank between 2 skyscrapers, and the description of the game is like, just put a 2x4 on your floor and then put this thing on and like walk the 2x4 in VR.
Sure.
And it becomes impossible. It becomes impossible when you're actually walking a 2x4. Yes. Yeah. It is the hardest thing in the world.
Even when I was doing it was just on flat floor and I was walking along the beams, it was very much like your brain arguing with itself, where it's like, oh, you could just step to the left and stand on that open space if you want. But at the same time, it's like, what if the floor did disappear since I put this headset on?
VR is kind of cool.
It is kind of neat.
It's getting there. They have a self-contained Oculus Rift now, which I don't know anything about. Maybe it's a piece of garbage.
And it's neat that this thing was like made in Edmonton.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow.
That's cool.
We're doing stuff.
Once we get rid of those damn cables, man, that thing is going to be...
Changes
you'll
everything.
be able to do some very neat stuff.
And the backpack was like not like super weighty. Like it was fine. It felt comfortable on my head. I got real sweaty.
You know, new strap or old strap? Did it have the headphones like built into it, or did they give you extra headphones?
I feel like the headphones were built into it.
It's probably new strap.
Yeah.
Was it easy to put on? It was just like a molded kind of plastic thing with padding.
Yeah, it was like boop, you just put the goggles on your eyes, put the thing over your head, and twist it on.
Yeah, the twist. Yeah, that new strap is super worth it. If you at home have a Vive and hate putting it on because it takes an hour, that new strap is money in the bank. Or just wait for the next one. It's probably the real answer.
Or go to the laser tag place.
Or come to Edmonton and go to the laser tag place. Yeah. There's a few of those VR escape rooms here around the city.
Mm-hmm.
As an owner of VR, I never felt particularly compelled to spend my dollar there, but
I was telling him, I was like, I had a buddy who got in VR on the ground floor right when the fucking thing came out, so I'm a pro at this.
Yeah.
I know how to fucking wiggle my fingers.
I've been getting scared in haunted houses for 2 years now, god damn it.
It was like very obvious, I think, when I got in there and like grabbed the jar with the brain in it and like looked at it and then quickly just like chucked it across the room.
It's like 6 people all cowering through, and then they look at Brando's monitor and he's juggling like a hand and a skull.
I like as soon as I threw the brain, he's like, "Hopefully you don't need that," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Whoops.
But yeah, it was neat.
That's fun.
Yeah, I got to do, and that was while I was working. I got to do that.
I was gonna say, what was the angle of the story? Just like check
Just
out
that
this
it's there.
this
Just
thing.
that U of A had made this thing, and it's available to be played for the Halloween season.
Is it a thing people go and pay money to do?
Yes.
Okay, just for how it's not like it's not like somebody opened a shop to play this. It's like
No,
the U of A's doing this thing for a while.
It is the business part of it is that they have a laser tag place that they've always had a party room that they didn't do anything with.
I gotcha.
And they're like, we're going to take this and make it part of our entire experience in this fun and games.
That's
land.
cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what the actual experiment the U of A was running on you was.
Wonder what my brain waves showed about me.
Maybe like physical, virtual dissonance. What's real? Are you still in?
That's right.
Whoa.
It looks way better when you take the headset off. That's how I know it's not VR.
Yeah.
I can read things without fucking moving my goggles around.
Did you do anything else? What else you get up to?
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Mega Man. I am on the second Wily level.
Oh.
It's getting fucking hard.
Yeah.
You know who's in that game? I shouldn't say it.
No, don't say. I was about to guess.
Yeah. Real historical Mega Man prick is in that game.
Oh,
I don't know who the prick is. Has Zero traditionally been a prick? Hypothetically speaking, has Zero been a prick?
Hypothetically speaking, Zero has not been a prick. He's kind of.
I thought
he's
Zero's like kind of a,
douchebag,
but he's
but
like kind of an okay guy.
Is there an audio cue every time he shows up?
probably. I feel like that's everyone though.
I'm mostly talking about the whistle. The guy who shows
No,
up to the whistle.
no, not him. I see
Okay.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Good.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
Still liking it?
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah.
It is kind of like I kind of wish you guys had made this earlier instead of all the throwbacks when you obviously had the technology to make this game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really get into 9 or 10 because it was like, it's another Mega Man game.
Maybe people said they maybe weren't great. So.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, it's really good. All the it's the same thing with every Mega Man game where it's like the first stage feels really hard and you're like, fuck, 8 of these, but then you get better at the game really quick and then you get the weapons to beat the bosses in less tries, and then all of a sudden you kind of start cruising where it only takes you significantly less time to beat each level. I will say the Bounce Man stage, one of my favorite Mega Man stages across all games.
Okay, people who aren't playing Mega Man 11, what do we think of Bounce Man? Like, what's his gimmick? I think he is half pogo stick. I think his lower half is pogo stick, and he's always...
Okay.
I think he just has like springs on his shoes.
Okay.
I'm going to go with he's sitting on one of those bounce balls. And,
Okay.
Like, holding
that's
onto
good
it
too,
and
yeah.
bouncing around like that, yeah.
What is Bounce Man?
It's tough to say. He has the movement capabilities that you, Bryson and Eads really kind of laid out there, where he's got a lot of... feels like he's got a lot of internal springs going on, but mainly he is a big pink, what kind of looks like a bouncy ball, with another ball on his head and some arms and legs, and he just kind of like boings everywhere.
We'd say he's kind of made of balls.
He's kind of made of balls.
Yeah,
The
okay.
whole stage is kind of made of balls.
He's not like made of trampolines or anything.
No. Ball is
Okay.
it is mostly balls. The man is all balls.
They couldn't call him Ball Man. They couldn't call him Ball Man.
There's probably been a ball man already.
Yeah, that's true.
The music, I had a big old shit eating grin on my face the entire time playing that. The music, and it's like weirdly like upbeat and positive in a way that Mega Man levels usually aren't, where it's like saws and enemies trying to kill. There's a lot of enemies trying to kill you in this too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like you're kind of in a big ball pit, or like a
That sounds
kind
okay.
of a little bit carnival-y,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun. They have some good one-liners, those bosses. The Blockman said, "You're just another brick in the wall to me."
Boom! Like
Yeah.
voice said it or text said it?
Voice said it. They're all voiced. And then when I killed Bounce Man, he's like, "Catch you on the rebound."
That's pretty good.
As he was
That's
dying.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Ting!
Yeah, I was like, this game's pretty good. This game's all right.
Seems like they might have finally kind of figured out what people like about Mega Man.
They found, they got something good. That gear system is actually really neat too. The way it
The
adds
slow
to the
down
game.
time, do more damage. Thing.
Yeah, like running into stages and knowing like, okay, I got to pop my power gear for this guy and then really quickly turn it off because it's got to get cooled down so I can use my speed gear to outrun these spikes and
speed gear.
speed gear.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 2 gears. I never use the. I was telling you about the one where you hit them both.
Yep.
And then it like destroys your gear and makes your shots really weak after it's done, but you get both the effects while you push it.
It's the Kaioken.
Yeah, I never use that anymore because my god, if you don't kill what you're trying to kill with it, you're fucked.
It's high risk.
Yeah. What else? Still nothing new. God of War. I went back and played more God of War.
God of War 2018.
2018.
Good.
I
Good of
started
War.
playing it on the difficulty, not that you're on,
Not give me God of War.
right? But
Come on.
but higher than
Come on.
because I want to be able to finish it.
Yeah.
and
it's
I,
very what are we talking finish? All the Valkyries?
yes.
Okay.
I want to
never
get
mind.
100%.
Don't do that then.
I want to get 100%. So I'm doing that, and then I might New Game Plus and mainline it on the difficulty. The Gimme God of War.
Yeah. The main line's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I will say all those Valkyries are totally doable. I just
I
lost
believe
the will to live when the one, there's one hidden in the Mist Realm.
Yes.
And for that one, you don't just start the fight at the beginning of the Valkyrie. You have to go through the fucking realm every
That's
time.
lame.
So I know. So I got to that one and was like, well, we're probably going to have to die 100 to 200 times to learn this. And it's taking me 3 to 4 minutes to get through the Mist Realm. And you have to make it through the Mist Realm with perfect health if you want to have your best chance. And I'm just like, fuck this. Fuck this.
They need a practice mode or
I
something.
know. Oh, it's brutal.
4 minutes to get through the zone and then 30 seconds to die to the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And learn no moves because you have no health. And also, I think your mist thing is ticking down. So you're on a timer. It's the worst.
That sounds like fucking hell. That sounds like something I will not be able to do,
Straight
even on the
hell.
difficulty I'm on.
I got them all except that one.
Yeah.
And the Queen, obviously, because I didn't.
Well, now you got to go get that one.
It's not going to happen. It's
not ever gonna
not going to fucking happen.
I spent way more time looking at all the lore this time around because I feel like once we did the spoiler cast, which you can find on our podcast feed,
That's right.
it's very good.
TalkingReckless.com. I've heard people who haven't even played the game have listened to and said they love that spoiler cast. People like when we get really, really, really in depth on things.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were talking about that, it made me think I want to go back and see actually read about all the different giants that you fucking find on those murals and
Yeah, all the boy Reed.
yeah, exactly. And then when what's his name, Mimmer, when he talks, was that Kratos or Matt Eads answering me? When he talks, it fills in more on those giants, which I don't think I ever knew before. It actually
sorta didn't know
updates
that
the
either.
text after he tells a boat story. Yeah, so there's I've been doing a lot of poking around, really poking around at everything in that game.
You'll find something in every corner.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very rich.
It's very good. That Lake of Nine is one of the best places in video games for me in a long time, where just how it's designed, where the water's going down and it's making all these new areas accessible, but you can still access the places that you were accessing before the water went down.
It's kind of opening shortcuts in some cases.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
And now all of a sudden you can use these rope fucking swing things to get around the top, and I was like, where did these even come from?
There's a lot of stuff there that I didn't find until I played back through. Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Bryce, you've played God of War, right?
I have.
I think we're on the game. Let me talk about Game of the Year for a
Not,
minute.
not
here.
game of
No.
the year.
Oh!
Smart man.
Yep.
Saving your chips for Spider-Man then.
No, definitely not.
And I think that's I played more Forza.
Yeah, you've been watching any Forza? You've been grinding that influence on the
I'm
streams?
I'm not influencing others or being influenced.
What are you
by the
doing,
stream.
man? You could. So in Forza, there's a system where if you're watching a stream of it or streaming it, I think on
Yeah,
Mixer.
both.
Yeah, only on Mixer, I think.
I think you get more for watching.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
You're gaining the currency, the XP. You're gaining influence for watching or putting out a stream of it, which immediately led to all these 24-hour Forza Idol
car doing
XP.
donuts
Yeah,
and-
literally a controller turned on its side,
Yeah.
car just doing donuts, and you just sit there leave your Xbox on all night
Just
and
farming.
get free XP.
Yeah. It seems like XP is way easier to come by than you would ever need to do that for.
Yeah, but what if you got free XP, free influence?
I
Think all the cars you could buy.
turned my Dodge Charger into Dom's
Oh,
Dodge Charger.
That's
Oh,
very cool.
you finally did that.
I finally did it, and
Nice.
then put all the money I had earned in the first like 5 hours playing that game into making it like a car that you could actually use to win races. And
Sounds
stuff.
like someone needs to watch some streams. It's the same influence. Do you use influence to buy all the cars and the parts and
No,
things?
no.
Okay, that's separate.
Influence and there's influence and there's credits.
Okay.
Credits is more buying car parts and everything, and influence is more like unlocking perks.
So
And
like,
I
just,
think the
just
entire
like Forza 3.
and
I
the
think.
entire unlock process for the game is based on the influence. Like you get access to this new line of story missions when you reach a certain amount of influence.
Oh, okay.
And then you get credits for like winning races.
Yeah,
and stuff like
spinning the wheel. Do you still spin the wheel?
that. Still spin the wheel? Yeah.
Fuck the wheel, man.
You don't like the wheel?
Nah.
I kind of like the wheel. My guy gets super jazzed up whenever he gets anything. It doesn't even have to be a good prize.
That's weird. Like, you never had a guy before in Forza.
Yeah.
You've never had a physical person to, like, put dances on
Yeah.
or get stoked when he wins the wheel or
Yeah.
whatever.
He'll
You're just an empty car.
He'll turn around and watch that wheel go, and you won't be able to see his face because he's watching the wheel. Then as soon as he wins, he turns around and just starts fucking flossing.
Is he an avatar? Is he an Xbox avatar? New avatars launched last week.
He is a avatar that I was allowed to make in the game.
Okay,
It was an
he's not.
in-game avatar.
You couldn't pull Brando from Xbox 360
I
to.
don't think so.
Okay.
They fucking say your name. I think I talked about this
Yeah,
already. They
yeah.
say
Oh, yeah.
they pull your name from somewhere, and
Hey, Matt.
hey, Brandon.
And it's always that Irish lady. She's
Yeah.
always so fucking stoked to see you.
Yeah, she is excited, and she's very handy because you can just be like, yeah, I need influence, and she's like, oh boy, I have the race for you.
Oh, we had a GPS. Us Forza Horizon 3
Oh,
players.
there's still a GPS.
We had to do that through Anna. We had to go, and you can say it in your mic and go, Anna, I need influence, and you could do this race.
I want to tell you something that I was making sure wasn't in news.
Okay.
Did you hear that weird thing with Red Dead, where if you can turn off all the heads up display stuff?
Oh yeah.
And everything, and turn off the goal markers and everything, and then if you do that, and only if you do that, NPCs and quest givers and stuff will like give you directions to what you want to do by like using landmarks, being like, oh, you got to turn left at the saloon, and then you got to.
That sounds so dope.
I know. I'm like, fuck. I wonder if I'm smart enough to do that.
The more I hear about Red Dead, because people are getting like hands-on time now, the more I hear about it, the less I fucking want it. It sounds so amazing.
Yeah.
And like, it sounds like they have kind of redefined what an open world game is going to like. I know that's a really shitty boilerplate.
Yeah,
box
but I know
quote,
what you mean.
like,
Where it just seems like they're doing it entirely differently.
yeah, they're doing some weird
Yeah.
shit.
It seems like it's going to be way less like boxes to check and way more like, here's this open world. You're just going to go through it and don't think about your missions and don't think about your side quests.
Yep.
Just stuff's going to happen.
You're cowboy, man.
Yeah, you're
I
cowboy.
read like 4,000 words on the horses today and I was like, oh, that's enough for me. I have to stop. How you bond with your horse. Apparently, if you take a pee and don't get all of your pee out, you will pee on your pants, and characters will be like, well, nice job pissing on yourself.
That's
and
fucking
like weird shit like that.
It's
So,
going to be nice when this game can just come in and put all this Game of the Year talk to
It's
rest.
true. It's true. Bryce, the horse testicles grow or shrink depending on the temperature, the air temperature.
They've gone too far.
Yes.
Gone too far.
Yes, they've gone too
Not far
far.
enough.
And you have to empty your bladder. No one wants to do that.
I kind of want to do that.
No.
I kind of want to do it like once.
Yeah,
and
once
then,
it'd be
and then I'll be
fine.
like,
It's fun in Yakuza.
it's going to
You
be
know?
hard to like get your head unwrapped from like those game mechanics where I'm like, stop talking about my piss stains and give me my next quest.
Yeah.
Then the food you just scarf down matters. Like, oh, do you want all that cabbage or some vanilla pudding? Gonna have to dump later.
I
Gotta
want-
make sure I don't get in my pants.
I want all of that. I want to spend a real time night playing poker with these scabby fucks in the saloon, and then find out that some of them's a cheat. I want
then
all
piss
that.
on 'em.
Yeah,
Piss right on the table.
I want a little pistol that comes out on a spring.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be very cool. I think maybe a character had one of those.
You have to clean your gun.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, you know,
right.
we suffer pain, not
Faulty equipment.
faulty
Yeah.
equipment or whatever.
Yeah.
Red Dead seems rad.
Seems so tedious.
Yeah, maybe, but you probably don't have to interact with all that. I'm sure you can
Yeah, I'm sure there's a. I will-
go as survival or not as you want. What are you guys gonna do the first time you play? Are you gonna turn off the HUD? Or are you? Oh, just in general, are you?
I kind of want to just turn off the HUD.
Yeah, man. Are you like? I want the intended experience. I want heroic mode, whatever. I want default everything.
I never changed my difficulty.
Never.
Never.
Whatever it defaults you to, boom.
Yeah,
That's
how
you.
they made it. That's what they made it for.
What about you, Bryce?
Change difficulty?
Yeah, or just in general, like if
Yeah,
it
you
gives you
can
the
just leave
option of like Iron Man mode, or like, do you ever go for any of those weird options?
Usually just plain simple. Except for Arkham games like Spider-Man. Immediately turn that down to nothing.
To nothing. Oh,
Yeah.
No wonder you didn't like it.
yeah.
No, the Arkham combat sucks.
Arkham Combat's fine. Spider-Man Combat's fine.
Spider-Man combat was great.
I really like Spider-Man. I also really like the Arkham
yeah,
comment
I really
though.
like Spider-Man.
Such good flow in the
Combat
entire
too,
every combat situation in that game was fun.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't imagine on harder difficulty because it was tedious at normal. It's like, oh, how many punches does the guys take? They're
You
just random goons.
You gotta fucking just web them and
Yeah.
drop kick them into a building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta,
All of 'em.
You gotta get, you gotta like get using your gadgets and stuff.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
they're-
Constantly.
If you're just in, if you're just in there hitting square, if you're just in there playing like Batman, just like squaring dudes down, it takes so fucking long.
Yup.
But you have some really powerful combos.
That's what we talked about, like right when everyone was kind of getting into this game, is where it's like the combat's kind of what you make it.
Yeah,
Like
I love the combat.
you can kind of go in there and square your way through everything, except for like you got to duck under a shield and everything. But it's like, I'm gonna make this look as cool as I possibly can,
Yeah.
even though I get no benefit from doing so.
spider tricks. Kev, do you do any weird settings? We didn't ask you. I know you like an Iron Man mode
Not
sometimes
really.
here
I
and
mean,
there. Right?
it depends. I usually don't do weird settings the first playthrough. If I do a second playthrough of a game, then I'll see what it has to offer. But I don't want to. I don't want to turn on a setting that makes my game experience not make me want to finish the game.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
that's exactly it. That was when Warren was doing God of War the first time, and he turned the difficulty up just to the one I'm on now. And it was like, it was tough at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I hope he doesn't sour on this game just because he turned the difficulty up right at the beginning.
Anything else? That's it.
Yeah. Is it still on me?
I don't know.
guess
Let's just
so,
talk
yeah.
about Spider-Man. You want to talk about Spider-Man?
Yeah, let's talk about
I
Spider-Man.
played Spider-Man. Bryce played Spider-Man. Brandon, we've all played Spider-Man.
You think it's a bad video game?
No, I think it's a very good video game.
Excellent.
I don't think it is. I think it is one of the best of the year.
Okay.
It's good. It's
very
good.
good.
It's not. If someone came up to me and said, should I buy a PS4? I hate God. All I want is Spider-Man. I hate God of War. I hate everything. I just want Spider-Man. I don't think it would be.
God, I almost would tell him.
It's
If you love
thin.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you're not going to find a better Spider-Man game in the rest of your
It's
life.
Thin. Like everything you do in that game is so fun. The swinging is super fun.
Yeah.
Like the
You got the swinging right.
oh, they nailed it. Even just like taking pictures of stuff, like just swinging. I'm gonna do a big flip, and I'm gonna take it while I'm falling, and I'm gonna catch. Like all that stuff is super fun. The combat is good, and what you make it. The stealth sequence is fucking blow. the first 4
I like the one
hours
with
of
Rhino.
stealth are good. There's just too many of them. There's a
There are
lot of them. But like there are kind of only 4 or 5 unique activities in that game that aren't story missions.
You go crimes.
Yeah, and the crimes kind of fall into like one of
Yeah.
3, 2
all,
really.
all 3 kinds of crime. Because there's 3 kinds of crimes just based
Yeah.
on the factions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just all
And they're all the same thing.
basically
like-
all the same.
But
thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like on a car or fighting dudes or
Yeah.
doing that other
Snipers.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're either doing the crimes, you're getting backpacks or taking pictures, or like collectibles.
Mm.
The backpacks, the pictures, all the stuff like that. Or you're doing the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And the challenges, for the most part, are the swinging ones. I think are really good because the swinging is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the.
I fucking sucked at anything where I had to swing.
I like
drone chases.
I like the drone chase. I really love catching those pigeons. Like
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
that's
swinging
fun.
is really good.
I actually like the bomb defusal ones.
Yep, those
Yeah.
were fun.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones were extremely frustrating
Yeah.
to get the timing down on all the
Because it
swings.
felt like those were the ones where it like your difference between gold and like even bronze was like tenths of a
Oh
second.
yeah,
Yeah.
one
For
missed button
sure.
press.
Yeah.
And all that stuff's really interesting, but there's not very much there. Even in that like 25 hours or whatever just to get the platinum, you're spending it's mostly just swinging around the city. And I'd say it's like 50% swing and 50% story.
Sure.
I mean, you cut off a lot of time when you start fast traveling, though.
It's true. I only fast travel maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Some of those
I was-
fast travel cutscenes are really funny.
I was
Yeah,
watching
sitting on the subway and stuff.
I was watching you stream it a couple times, and there were a bunch of times where people were like, "Dude, you have everything done. Like, fast travel to your quest," and you're just like still swinging.
Because I like the swinging.
The swinging's really good.
I actually like just enjoy getting around. But
That's what I heard about you.
Yeah, well, I really enjoy getting around. So
you are forgetting the most like the most fun side mission you can do, though.
Is it one of the
Is it
puzzles?
bases?
Is it one of
It's
the
the
interface
bases.
ones?
Bases are fucking my favorite
bases
part,
were
yeah.
so
That's the
much
wave.
fun.
Those are
Yeah.
the wave combat
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
And the waves just get so much bigger with each
Yeah.
wave, and you're just like, it's fine, I'm so good.
and then everything else in the game is like in an interface. Everything else in the game is like doing the spectrograph puzzles or doing the VR the voltage puzzles or,
What'd you think
or like
about the
doing
puzzles?
They were okay.
Yeah.
They were like just hard enough that I didn't hate myself,
I
but
got-
also just easy enough that I could just like boom, boom, boom.
I got
boom,
hung
boom.
up on some of the spectrograph ones.
I'd
Be like
like
fucking
one or two.
putting like, I think I kept like being like, hey, no, this works, and put them back, and then put the exact same thing.
Ah, put it back.
Yeah.
The spectrographs were somewhat easy because you always just start with the easiest one and then
Work your way back.
especially for most of the later ones, because the later ones were like they gave you 8 tiles and there was 8 slots to fill.
Yeah.
So start
You
with the
kind of-
one that you can finish that has 2 slots, and then immediately the other ones just kind of clear up and make perfect
Yeah,
sense.
you gotta figure out the because like even like any of them where it had like 3 that you can put in, one of those 3 was like always the take a shitload of them away.
Yeah.
Like one of the like the negative stripes. They
Yeah.
get rid of them. Yeah.
It feels content light. Like I played 25 hours and I haven't got the platinum actually. I've probably only played like I don't know, 16 or 17.
There's still content out there. Then.
And I'm gonna go back and clean it up. But like, I would like more, just a wider breadth of. Like, I'm kind of tired of fighting guys. I'm kind of getting, the swinging is still really novel. I'm out of collectibles, which were all super fun. Some of the side missions are actually really good. Some of the blue, fighting
That-
Tombstone was
well,
cool.
Yeah,
And
the
that's-
Tombstone side quest was really fun.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like when you were saying it was really light, and I was like, I would have played more of that game.
Yeah,
If
totally.
there was more of that game, but for me, I was like, well, it was like I guess it was like a video game in a lot of ways, where it's like here's all the like kind of the lowest tier of stuff to do, and then we have the kind of like that middle tier where it's like the side quests, and then you have the story missions. And for me, I was like, I kind of did I liked all the side quests I did, I liked all the main quests I did, and then I never expect that bottom tier of any video game to be that great. It's always like I said, checking boxes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to put into words because at the same time, do I want a huge bloated Assassin's Creed Odyssey open world? No, absolutely not.
It's my least favorite thing now, I've decided.
And so it's such a weird thing to complain about. But everything, it just seems like you don't spend enough time with any one piece of it at the same time because you're like the story as well. You're going through, you're seeing these supervillains. Like how many minutes of on-screen time does the main villain of the game, Mr. Negative, have? Maybe 7 or 8.
It's because he's not well.
All the
that's
villains,
good.
all the
Yeah.
villains have 0 screen time. You meet them all for 5 minutes. You fight them once. Kevin, you were the first one to play it. I'm interested. Can you tell me what happened to Scorpion? How did the 6 get dispatched? Don't include the final boss fight, obviously. Do you remember any of that?
Scorpion and Vulture, you fought in the the construction yard.
No.
That's
Sorry,
that's wrong.
Scorpion and Rhino.
Yeah.
You fought in that yard. You fought Vulture and Electro on the building top. You fought who was the other one? Oh, I guess Dr. Octopus and Dr.
Mr. Negative. Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Negative. Yeah, all those fights were super awesome. Those were all
I did
very,
like
very
those
They
fun.
were
boss
they were
fights, yeah.
good, but those are the first and only time you fight a lot of those villains. Some of them you fight twice or 3 times, but
I think, what you want is maybe a longer story.
totally, or even just more finality. Because the last time, heads up, some spoilers are coming here. I'll talk around them. The last time you see a lot of those villains is one of them is literally, I put them in a shipping container and I webbed over the door and then I swung away.
Did you didn't hang around and listen to him bicker?
No, but
You should have.
but is that it? The only way I knew that we weren't going to see those guys again was because the credits rolled and people told me.
Yeah, you fucking caught him.
I guess.
you wanna see him get put in the chair?
It was I want to see him getting webbed up and Yuri being they're going back to the raft or whatever. We just left them completely. One of those dudes breaks 1,000 shipping containers in that fight, and then you put him in one, and he's like, "Well, this one is strong, I guess. I don't know."
I just don't
It's
think
all
you
webbed up.
You
And,
couldn't
same
you couldn't
thing-
get enough
same thing-
momentum going on the inside.
Same
That's
thing.
right.
You fight them. They don't even get their own fights. You fight them in twos. What happened to Shocker? I don't know. I fought him flying around, and that was dope. And then I didn't realize that was the only time we're going to see him.
Well, you fought him twice, kind of.
You kind of run into each of them twice. But, like, even Dr. Negative, or Mr. Negative, the last time you fight him, you just punch him in the face. Like, you have repeatedly through that game, and he gets, like, knocked over, and you're like, wait, aren't you going to, like, web him up? Aren't you going to, like, call the cops? Aren't you going to do something? Are we going to put this guy down for this game? But no, he's apparently, he's just out. Well, yeah, fucking gun him down. They don't, like, they do such a... They make their big bads feel super insignificant. Like, they might as well just have been regular fights.
But I mean, they weren't really the big bads. They were
even
sidekicks of the big bad.
Even the big bad, you fight once and it's rad. And actually, he's got a pretty good end.
Yeah, like
okay.
and the build up that they give you for the entire game.
They introduce him so late, and what is happening?
Podcast cat.
New podcast cat.
Yeah. And they introduced him so late, and like I would have loved to have been at odds with him for more than 1 hour, or it was even less. It was like, because we kind of just storied. It was like 20 minutes.
I think it worked for me because I knew it was coming, so it kind of felt like if you know anything about Spider-Man, you know how a story with Dr. Octavius as your boss might go.
It was the hot tub time machine thing of, you know, that guy's getting his arm cut off, and it does it like 5 times. You're like, he's getting the arms. Oh, they do a really funny job of like baiting and switching it.
Yeah, I don't. I kind of see where you're coming at it from, but
like, especially comparing it to Batman, where like you get a good end on all those people you go up against.
But it was still like, it was side quests that had nothing to do with those guys leading up to the one fight with those guys that you just did, and it was over.
But these are main story dudes, even in Batman, where it's just side quests and you fight them once. That one fight is a lot more satisfying of like, oh, I'm kind of just doing another. Like, the Poison Ivy fight is very iconic, and you know that she is done. You're not going to see her again in that game. She goes in the Batmobile, away she goes. Like, they do...
I'm thinking of a different Poison Ivy fight, I think.
Arkham Asylum.
The one where she was in the flower?
Arkham Knight? Whatever the one you put her in the Batmobile.
I don't know. That seems like you're nitpicking for the point of nitpicking.
Absolutely not.
Like,
absolutely not.
I never felt that. Yeah.
Driving Poison Ivy away is different than webbing someone up and leaving them for the cops. Like, how is that different? That's
he doesn't web them up and leave them for the cops. That's all I want. Is a little finality.
The fuck out.
Mr. Negative is like still moving and like, I can't. You're the worst, Spider-Man, and you just leave him. Like,
didn't you steal all his powers?
Yeah,
though?
he was depowered.
He has no powers.
Why is he depowered? Because I punched him in the face harder this time. Like,
they
don't get into any of that.
Split his brain.
They don't even get into like, what is his power? They're like, here's the power of negativity. What the fuck does that even mean?
Did you read the profiles?
Yeah, he brings out the negativity in people.
But like,
he makes them bad people. He takes the positive people and makes them bad. And he's like a fucking Matt Eads is what he is.
What is the thing he's doing when he's absorbing like power out of people? They are so fast, and they just, Mr. Negative's there, and then you fight him a few times and he's gone. And same thing with all those supervillains. They might as well have just been big thugs. They might as well have just been big different thugs.
I mean, they kind of were to me. Like, I fought them being like, oh, you guys aren't.
Yeah,
you guys aren't the problem. You guys are a kind of a diversion from the problem on my way to the problem.
Yeah, it was clear that those characters, especially the ones who broke out of the raft, like, it was clear that they weren't the big bads that you were spending the entire game. You're going to have, they broke out of the raft 20 hours in. Now there's going to be another 15 hours of chasing down these 4 characters. And like, it was obvious that wasn't going to happen.
That was the big thing for me, was the fact that I even got to fight all of them like once or in pairs, when I was like, I feel like the game might be wrapping up, and then all of a sudden they all broke out, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go get all these guys now.
It makes them feel like they ain't shit.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of ain't shit compared to Spider-Man.
They're supposed to be. They fucked up Spider-Man. All of them have fucked up Spider-Man in the past.
6-on-1, they fucked up Spider-Man.
If you read the collectibles, he goes into like, oh, that's the time Rhino just about killed me or whatever.
Yeah, but they're all still fucking Spider-Man villains. They're all still like, I've caught you in the end every single time we've met.
Yeah, I suppose. Also, the stealth parts fucking suck.
They do suck.
And there are a lot of them.
I like the Miles ones better.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I like the one where you see Spider-Man and not Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It was
like the one where you're walking around, Spider-Man's
in the room.
Spider-Man thing.
You're helping out Spider-Man. That one was cool.
That one actually might be the best one. Now you say that,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Sucks that the ending's like, hey, DLC's coming.
Yeah, or
Too bad you don't got a full game.
or next game.
No, that's DLC for sure. Those
What?
two villains
I
they
don't-
hinted at the
I don't
end.
remember.
I don't think that's DLC. I think that'll be Spider-Man 2.
I think that'll be 2 Spider-Man.
I don't think it'd be two Spider-Man.
All right,
It's too far
uh,
away.
Big spoiler for the end of the game coming. Refresh my memory.
Oh shit! Can we do? Should we?
Well, the obvious one.
Should we just tell them during break?
Well,
I feel like
everyone
that's
knows
too big a spoiler.
Everyone knows Miles Morales is in this game, and everyone knows Miles Morales at some point in the comics becomes Spider-Man.
I don't think that's what
And
Bryce
they
is talking
allude
with
to
the
about.
two
that.
villains that alluded to at the very end with the mayor.
Oh yes,
One of which is not
Yes.
surprising. And
Yes.
one of
Oh
which
yeah,
is-
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Sorry, I know
Yes.
that.
It's all clicked
Yeah.
in now. Yeah.
Yes.
The one part, I don't know who the second one you're talking about is.
In
there,
the tank.
there are 2 in the tank. In Spider-Man, as we know it, there are 2 in the tank.
Yes.
There was
Or you're
what?
led to believe. Yeah, we'll talk during the break.
We'll talk
Yeah.
during the break.
We'll talk in the break because I had that exact same question of like, wait, that's not how.
Yeah.
wait,
they're-
what?
They're taking some. They're taking some liberties
Yeah.
with some characters.
Yep.
We'll
Interesting.
talk. We'll talk.
I think so. The first DLC is Black Cat, right? We know
yeah,
that.
we know that. Yeah.
That's coming out this month.
I
believe.
Yeah, a couple weeks. I think.
November, I thought.
Well,
We'll fact check that.
yeah.
I hope. I'll say it out loud and hope that one of us does it.
I feel like it's October. I
Yeah.
feel like it's late October, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested in Black Cat. I was disappointed you didn't see her. I liked the see the Black Cat
Yeah,
missions.
that one was obviously them being like, let's introduce her for the DLC, which
Yep.
is even then it's kind of like how soon can you have DLC planned before it starts being like, put this in the fucking game.
Yep.
Games. That's how games launch now. That's 100% guaranteed. Design Doc 1 games are like, what's our game? What's our DLC 1? What's our DLC 2? What's our? That's just the
I
way.
just feel
it
like
is.
most video games they do a good enough job of being like in our first DLC being like, we're gonna do this that we didn't like.
think of
We didn't
or
put
plan or
and we didn't put right in front of you during
Nah,
the game, but.
that day's passed.
I don't know. To me, it was just the game was the right amount of length, even though it took me way longer than apparently everybody else in the world. And
No shame in 50 hours.
Every single moment of that game was a great moment.
Except for the stealth parts.
I had no problem with the stealth parts.
Were they a great moment?
There was only one stealth mission that took me more than one attempt, and that was the first one where it introduces you to the hacking with
MM.
yeah. Where you're like climbing up and there's those flying drones that can
Fuck those guys.
can catch you. Yeah, there was one section that I had to repeat like 5 times, and as soon as I got past that, it was done.
It's fine. It's a good game. I don't think it's the best game.
I'm sure this game will get just torn apart in Game of the Year deliberations, like all good games do.
It's true.
By,
It's true.
by torn apart, you mean
That's how the science is run.
It'll
Put
get
on the
torn
pedestal
apart
of
regardless,
perfection.
regardless of if it wins. Trust me, no game is winning Game of the Year without getting absolutely shredded.
It's a weird thing. I don't think I'll ever. Maybe not ever. I don't want to replay Spider-Man. I don't think in the way that maybe you would replay other games.
Sure.
Unless that apparently there's a new game plus coming. Now that I say that, actually, so maybe
Spider-Man?
just hold on to that for a moment. Yeah, if they do a good new game plus, I could go back in and
There you go.
see some stuff.
It's a good enough game to play twice.
New content. That's all I want. Just give me a fresh new load of backpacks. To be honest, I'll fucking
That's
just
all
go
you-
collect
Did you
backs.
do
More
the secret
stuff,
ones
take
at the
pictures.
end?
There's secret ones at the end.
No photo ops.
There is something you can do that I know
Oh
about.
no,
yeah.
I didn't know that. No,
Yeah.
did you guys do the run up the fire escape thing? It's really fucking
Oh, yeah.
stupid.
Like,
you literally
what?
just run up a
No.
fire escape.
Oh, it.
If
Oh,
you just
yeah.
mean in general world traversing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
He,
super
he
cool.
has, he has
And
a
then
weird.
that-
He has a weird animation that
Yeah.
he like.
Yeah. It's
Each
neat.
one. Yeah. It is neat. It totally is.
You guys go on top of the Avengers Tower and take a picture with the A in the background?
I took a picture of it. Do you get
I
something
didn't take a
special
picture
if
of it, no.
I
you're?
fucking took a real nice selfie of me
Yeah.
like diving off the tower and like throwing up the peace sign with the A behind me.
Nice.
That's how I got all my pictures.
Climbing to the top of
Fallen.
the tower is an achievement. All the way to the top.
Pretty sure I did that.
It's the tallest building in New York, right? In that
Reasonably
game?
sure.
Well, now it is, yeah.
Well,
Because
They're
it doesn't
rebuilding.
exist in real life.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it's true.
I was actually the one thing that I was confused and disappointed about.
Oh
I
shit!
will say
Put this in the file for later.
was the fact that like Avengers Tower is such a prominent feature in the New York skyline in this game, and no Avengers.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with them if you have them.
I mean,
Just
even
mention
just
them.
like a throwaway, like one of the newspapers that you pick up has an Avengers story, or like a
Well, he mutters something about them being on the West Coast, which I think is
Yes.
a nod both to the West Coast Avengers and also the fact that they're not fucking here right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably DLC 2, right? Where the Avengers
Or
will
maybe
show up or
it's
something.
I wonder if it's a weird licensing thing.
Maybe.
I mean, it's still a Marvel game.
Spider-Man's one of those weird ones. Sony owns Spider-Man. Also, Marvel owns Spider-Man sometimes.
Marvel always owns Spider-Man. So
Yeah,
I think
Sony
Marvel
just owns
always
it.
owns all these guys. I think they could all be in this.
but not in the.
Sony owns the licensing
There's
for
some-
Spider-Man.
there's some weird shit
Marvel
there.
requests the licensing on certain occasions.
There's some
Right.
weird shit there.
No, the thing is between Sony and like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is who does that? Can't remember.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Universal.
Like Marvel's a studio at this point, but
Bad Robot. I'm not sure.
Is it Bad Robot?
No,
Bad
it's
Robot
not
does
Bad Robot.
Bad Robot does Mission Impossible, which is weird.
Bad Robot does a lot of things. A
Yeah.
lot of things.
Which I didn't know because I feel like I saw them at the end of like No, not Robot Chicken. What did I see them at the end of? Like a half-hour TV show I used to watch.
It might have been Robot Chicken.
I don't think it was.
yeah.
I think that's
But
Robot
yeah,
Robot.
no, I'm totally.
I remember they did the Cloverfield, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they did the rest of them, but we saw a preview for this movie like way years back for Cloverfield, and everyone was talking about how what's the big monster gonna be? They're keeping it secret. It's gonna be a secret, and I'm like.
It's a giant bad
I'm like,
robot.
you guys are all idiots. They said it right in the promo. It's going to be a bad robot.
That first Cloverfield and second Cloverfield movie, both dope.
I only saw the first one.
Differently dope. Second one's not like found footage. And
John
it's got John
Goodman's in
Goodman.
it,
Yeah. Yeah, autistic.
Was that
John
the second
Goodman.
one or was that the third one?
No, the third one was the really bad one that came out like on Netflix. It's out
Oh,
today.
yeah,
The
okay.
Clover, and it wasn't a Cloverfield movie until like the last 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, Spider-Man's all right.
Yeah. What costume did you all use?
The blue one, the one that made the package look the biggest, which ended up being the blue one with the spikes.
Yeah.
Because like we kept seeing MJ and she didn't seem like she was biting. So like, well, maybe if we like freshen up the
Stuff
digs
the crotch a little bit?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I did like a lot of the Spider Armor Mark II and then Mark III. I think.
Yeah, they all look real good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
more like a robot man.
I used every suit up until I unlocked the 90s cartoon suit.
Nice.
And then I used that for the rest of the game.
Is that one cell shaded?
Yeah,
like,
it fucking
okay.
looks
Yeah.
incredible. in-
Good.
I don't think I unlocked it, but I've seen screenshots and I'm like, I can't. Is this Photoshop?
It
Like,
looks
what the
fucked.
fuck am I
Yeah.
seeing?
It looks totally... It's such a stark difference from the rest of the game. It looks so good.
What about you?
Oh yeah, same thing. The 2088 black.
Yeah.
The spiky.
No.
Big bald. You know.
Ghost Rider Spider-Man.
That was pretty weird.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I both don't want to and have to fucking know
They're all
why
real
Ghost
things.
Rider is Spider-Man.
There was and don't
or
ever click
vice
these.
Spider-Man is Ghost Rider.
Don't ever click these clickbait articles that I click on Facebook sometimes when I'm bored at work.
Oh, boy.
But it was like where every suit in Spider-Man came from. A top 25 or a 25 page list. Each one's a different click.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that
gotta
too.
get your clicks.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotta get
Gotta
the
get
clicks.
those clicks.
And I was like, they all had like, well, you'll remember this one. Well, I won't remember it, but this one
Bands
is
of the
from.
comic.
We'll remember this from this series. And I'm like, this fucking look like Ghost Rider. What the fuck
Spider-Man
happened?
was a Ghost Rider. Somebody told me that Doctor Strange he went to hell. Spider-Man went to hell, and Doctor Strange got him out of hell, and he became the Ghost Rider. There you go.
There you go.
There's the cold
Hey,
note.
that
Spirit
could happen.
Spider. I
Spirit
don't think it was
Spider.
Ghost
Pardon me.
Rider.
Spirit Spider.
Come on.
But I think he took the place of the Ghost Rider, didn't he? I don't.
I don't know.
Got a
who's-
flaming head. How many
yeah.
flaming head?
And a chain.
If he didn't
Oh,
have a
wow.
motorcycle, then it doesn't count.
He probably did. Maybe it was a spider because
It's probably like one of those pizza carts.
As long
It
as
was
it's
the three-
Everything.
it was
as long
the
as it's a
three-wheeled.
spider with wheels.
it was the three-wheeled. It was they're literally called spiders. Those three-wheeled motorcycles.
What?
Yeah, look it up. Or maybe it's the two wheels in the front.
Oh yeah, the two wheel in the front.
Two wheel in
one.
the front,
Yeah,
one in
yeah,
the back.
that's a
Maybe
spider,
that's probably what he
Yeah.
had. Big double wheel up front.
It's a good game.
It's
a really good game.
It's a great game. Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't wait for the next one. Are they doing a next one?
I assume so.
Nothing
How do
but
you how do you
DLC.
how do you not?
Just keep moving through the catalog.
Yeah, when
Well,
everybody says your game is
Captain
amazing.
America. Just keep moving
Gross.
through. Keep moving through.
No, I think it'll be Spider-Man.
Yes.
It'll just keep being Spider-Man.
Don't
How
get
do you like?
missed.
You made that game and it did so well.
It's true.
They would have punched the ticket to make the
From
next
the
one
makers of
early.
Spider-Man comes
Spider-Man 2.
Iron Man. Iron Man game.
Iron Man game would be cool.
Make it basically the same. Just replace the swinging with the flying.
I just don't want like I don't want the same studio to do them all, but at the same point I'm like I don't know what studios I can trust.
That's very true. I like Marvel. Marvel's fun. I want some more. I want some games. Look at some good Marvel games. It's been too long.
You go see Captain Marvel? When's
Yeah,
that come
hell
out?
yeah.
Early next year, right?
Next
Yeah,
year,
not for a while. No, I'll totally see it.
February, I want to say.
Always make time for those. It's got the Blue Man
Yeah.
group in it, I heard.
Ooh.
Prominent villains.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ronan of the Blue Man group.
Right. He fucking like bangs his drum and you get covered in paint.
Do you really get, I've never been to a Blue Man group
That's
show.
something
Do you
that
get
happens.
covered in paint?
You get a poncho if you sit in the first 2 rows.
Oh, you
Paint
may.
like falls onto the drum from above and they're banging it with sticks and the paint's going everywhere.
I wonder how many. Do you think the Blue Men like die from consuming so much paint? Do you think like their lifespan is very short and
Almost certainly.
they just rotate them out and no one ever knows?
Even wearing the paint. Well, there's more than 3 Blue
Yeah,
Men.
they
even
definitely
now.
rotate them out for sure.
and no one ever knows.
Because there's a touring Blue Man group show.
They're all just Blue Men
There's
to us.
also a permanent Blue Man show in Vegas and Orlando.
No.
So that's at least 3 different things. No,
Well,
they don't make the
Maybe,
trip. It's every day.
maybe listen. I'm just willing to entertain the possibility that maybe the Blue Men can move around the world in ways we can't understand.
I'm willing
You know.
to explore the opportunity that there's like 4,000 Blue Men.
That's what I'm
And-
saying.
That's a lot of blue men.
Conspiracy.
So we're on the same page. We're saying there can't be only 3. It's physically impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were entertaining like the teleportation theory.
Well, I mean, nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table. Bryce, what have you been playing?
Super Mario Party. Woo! It's great.
No, but like, what games have you been like? What have you been doing for fun? Like, not to
volleyball.
suffer.
You
Oh, that's
know.
fun. I love
That's fun.
volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes your hands hurt sometimes.
Is that a mini game in Super Mario Party?
No, it's not. Actual volleyball.
Mario Party kind of sounds okay this year.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard
A lot of
that.
fun. Our game's just fun with your friends. Yeah.
Mario Party's not always fun, even with friends.
Yeah.
It's certainly not fun alone.
There's one
what I was
mini
gonna
game where you get to sear a nice steak.
Yeah, I've. Tell me about it. What's up? What's up with Mario Party this year? Super Mario Party.
It's a Mario Party.
Can I use my
There's only
Nintendo
4
Switch
boards.
Pro controller I have?
No, only Joy-Cons.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Only
Akimbo?
Joy-Con, I
Akimbo
believe.
Joy-Cons? Can I strap the Joy-Cons onto my thing and play it in handheld mode?
Nope. Have
Fuck.
to disconnect and hold it sideways.
Oh,
Yep.
so everyone only can use one Joy-Con.
Yes.
Okay.
It's that time.
That sounds... I mean, for Mario Party, whatever.
Yeah,
do you-
you
wait,
get
that
what
sounds
do
like
you-
a fine...
What do you need to do with that?
That sounds like a fine way to do it.
You got to keep everybody on the same level.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
keep
have
them
somebody
down.
Yeah.
have
It's
a
not
better
pro
controller and
But
just win.
2 of the sticks are in the center on the Joy-Con, which makes no sense.
Yeah,
and
you're
one of
always
the
at a disadvantage.
one of the sticks is like where you think a stick would be.
Well, then it's the same thing with the buttons. They're going to be in the center, then they're going to be on the right. It's
Oh,
it's just
you
it's
know what?
shitty for
I
everyone.
never actually
You
thought
set
about that.
The
Yeah.
precedent when you made that thing that you are going to give this to parents with 2 kids.
Yeah.
And every fucking day there's going to be an argument about who gets which controller.
Have you done? I think I remember seeing at E3 a thing where they were playing Mario Party and they put 2 switches together and it made like a mini golf course across the switches.
I haven't done that, but you can do that with just a single one as well. You can play tanks and whatever else, but you have to play with the physical Switch.
Yeah.
You can't have that up on the screen for some reason.
Weird.
Like you have to have it.
On a table in front of you, and then everyone has their Joy-Cons. Yeah, having fun.
And
Just like a commercial.
if you had 2 of them, you could
you could sync them up in weird
mash them
maps.
together.
Yeah,
Do we know? Do we have any idea how that works? Do both people need to own? Do both Switches need to have Mario Party?
I think so.
Okay,
Ooh.
that
Yeah.
sucks. That immediate. When I saw that at E3, I was like, "Oh my god, this is
looks
gonna
neat.
change. The fucking Switch is amazing.
Yeah.
Here's what one Switch can do. What can a million do?
Whoa.
Why would you Why would you make every Switch have that game? Like, you can't
wouldn't-
do that.
No, yeah.
Like, you-
People are playing Mario Party by themselves. I don't fucking know.
Well, but even if they were, it's like, yeah, let people come over and like attach it. It's not like they can like take it away and take the game with it.
Yeah, I
Just
don't.
a quick digital download. $80 later, you're in.
And like, there's even precedent for that, where like Mario Kart on the DS, one person needs it, everybody else with the DS can play.
Maybe
You just-
I'm wrong then.
You
Maybe
just
he's
ad
number
hoc
one.
right into that.
I hope so.
We should look into that.
We should get for our year-end show, put the belt on the line with a game of Mario Party
Oh shit.
with all computers.
A rousing game, yeah. We could. I mean, I'm not the champ. I can't make those calls. I'll talk to the commissioner, see if he wants to maybe book something. But
Peach will take it down again. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Fuck that.
Did you
Well,
you
yeah.
won it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You
Only
won
time
it,
I've had
New
the
Year's,
belt.
yeah.
Peach is OP.
Still,
for sure.
still
Nerf,
more
please.
times than Oliver.
Yep. Oh.
This poor guy.
Now and forever. What's new? 4 boards? That sounds like too
Only
few.
4 boards.
That sounds like too few boards.
Yeah, but there's cooperative. Everyone works together, going down the river raft, and there's a whole new set of
Okay, you are
minigames.
losing me.
Yeah.
Are they fun
That was a lot
mini
of fun.
games.
They're fun mini games.
Okay.
So
All
like
cooperative.
the going down the river thing is like it's like
You
a
have to-
different way to play Mario Party, right? Like
Yes.
it's not a mini game.
It's not a map. Everyone works together, hits balloons, and little mini game starts. You have a
Right.
certain amount of time to get to end of the river. You do mini games to get more time. If you
Are
have
you
Yeah.
still
time,
like
wah, wah.
competitive? Is it like all? Are you competing in the mini games or they're cooperative?
They're all
mini games?
cooperative games.
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically,
Okay.
so it seems like you get into this river raft game, which is, hey, we're all working together for the duration of this game.
Okay.
Yep.
I was worried for a second there that it was like
You
remember
gotta paddle the boat with your Joy-Con. It's a good time.
You remember that Mario Party where everyone was in one car and hit one
Yeah,
dice?
that's
That's
fucking
what I thought
bullshit.
you were describing
No,
for
no,
a
no,
second
no.
there. Like, oh, that.
No, this is fully cooperative. Yeah, there's still the board game mode. Everyone has 2 dice in this one. Everyone has the 1 to 6, and then their own special character dice.
I saw.
So immediately, Colin looked it up day one. There's a tier list.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I saw the tier list. I know whose dice it. Well, I mean,
Who's his best dice?
Bowser's for
some
sure.
say Bowser's, but
Top
it
2 dice?
depends. It depends, right?
Sure.
It's
What are you going for?
Exactly. What are you looking for?
What's the Bowser counter?
It's lose 3 coins, 1, 8, 9, 10.
Is that like a combo? Is that like double fireball?
Oh yeah,
Fine.
it's downright fierce.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sell me on like Mario Party has kind of been
All the games are great.
Okay.
There wasn't really any stinkers.
good.
Yeah.
And do they do cool? Like, do we have HD Rumble? Like, do they do cool stuff with the one Joy-Con?
Oh yeah,
You're
like,
shaking
there's
them
a couple
and
games
moving
you have to
them.
just sit there and feel the rumble, and then you have to guess what character made the rumble.
They're not just all controller games.
Oh no.
Okay.
And there's flying it around. and
Okay.
the jack off the one's still there.
Oh
Thank
yes.
God.
Yes. Oh, that's good
It's
stuff.
$80 I'll never see again.
That's cool. I would like to play some good Mario Party sometime.
It's a lot of fun.
Haven't in quite some time.
Yes, it's been many years.
Many moons.
Good Mario parties.
Many friendships lost. Yes.
I think the last one I liked was one of the ones on the original Wii.
Wasn't that the? Oh no, the Wii U was the everybody in one.
Yeah, that one
What
was
was the one
very
the
good.
Wii? The Wii
We played that one.
That was the Wii U, I think.
Yeah, then we turned it off and went to the strippers.
Turn it up. On the speakers, yeah. Yeah, because people were having loud intercourse in the house that we were playing Mario Party in.
Yeah!
Uh,
we should leave.
So you decided to go to the strippers.
Yes.
Yeah, they got all
It's much
fired
more
up.
organized.
Strippers.
We should all be doing that.
the blood was running hot. What else? What else?
That was where I knocked that
Oh.
man's hat off and gave him $20 not to fight
Yep.
me.
I have one more question about Mario Party. Tell me about Monty Mole. Is he the best?
He is adorable. Makes the best sounds.
Can he
Get
see?
him on your team.
I heard that Mole might be blind.
I think he can see.
How come he?
I feel like the common stereotype for moles is that they're
He has
blind.
he has eye lines. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do the invert? They're only ever lines, right? Monty Mole only has lines. He's never like wide-eyed with
he never has
surprise.
Mario eyes. No. They're
If you
always
shine a light in his eye, does pupils dilate?
No. He's like Brock, right? He's like Brock from Pokemon. Okay. You play anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Kevin Beer.
Did you go to Dairy Queen 11 times? What's this?
I went to.
Yes, I did go to Dairy Queen 11
Oh.
times.
Oh, that's amazing.
Did you get the flamethrower sauce to dip fries in? So
I
fucking
didn't
good.
know about the secret menu at the time, so
You're welcome.
Next time.
next time.
You only get 11 flamethrower burgers in your life, probably.
On number
So I would say
number 12. That's my rule with
death on
Donairs.
12
Donairs is like you only get like 6
In your life?
lifetime. Yeah.
lifetime.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you stagger them out.
I'm good.
You think everyone has a different?
I've had them.
Like everyone has a different donair counter. Because I'm way over 6.
Oh shit.
But I feel like when you're like born and you have your first donair, you're like, oh yeah, I'm like a fucking 70 donair lifetime guy.
Well, I mean, they take your blood and they test. You're like, he's
Yeah.
about like 20 to 30 donaires. and
Yeah.
We'll watch him as he's a teenager.
That's right.
See how he does. Maybe he can up that count.
It's just donair running through my veins. Donair
Donair
sauce.
I played more Final Fantasy VI on stream.
Done yet?
Absolutely not.
Good. What's happening?
We're doing the secret dungeon that was added into the Game Boy Advance version of the game, which is now in the Steam version of the game. So it's ridiculous. We tried to do the first week. We've done 3 weeks of it so far. We're about to go into week 4 coming up after this show airs, and yeah, it's an extremely difficult like puzzle dungeon. I honestly have no idea how people could have figured out some of this shit without a guide. We wasted about an hour trying to figure it out. The first going into the dungeon.
What are we talking? Is it like hidden button combos? Like what are we talking?
stepping on pressure plates in the right sequence with the right party members at the right times in the right locations.
And you just kind of have to know
And
that.
You kind of just have to know that. There's also hidden switches that don't appear on the map. There's hidden buttons that don't appear that you have to just know where to press.
This doesn't sound fun to me.
No.
There, like, we did find after that hidden button one, we did find a clue later on that we had missed earlier about giving us a little hint about where the button was. But it's like it's in such a the dungeon itself is so unbelievably huge. Like, I don't know how many people have played Final Fantasy VI, but the end dungeon, the Kefka's Tower, the boss of the game dungeon. This dungeon is at least 4 to 5 times bigger than that.
So I'm seeing on this page, it says Final Fantasy VI Endless Dungeon. Is it actually an endless dungeon, or does it just feel endless?
It feels endless at this point. Like, we're going into week 4. We did a boss count on how many bosses we've killed so far in this dungeon, and we're over 20.
Wow.
Ooh.
Maybe
That's a lot of
it could be endless. It'd be like a thing, especially if it's all after the game, right? If they're
Like,
like,
at some point, you need to start seeing
we're gonna put this
maybe
in.
some gears turning, where it's like, oh, I'm seeing parts of this dungeon again that I've already seen.
I do know that there is an end to this dungeon. The reason I know there is an end to this dungeon is because me screaming at Eads for weeks and weeks and months about there being no Diabolos in this game. Diabolos is the reward for finishing this dungeon.
It's not too late to change the name. Diabolos and Dangles, we could still fucking do it.
Let's go.
But yeah, so we're like the guide itself. Like, you scroll up and down like a internet page. I don't know if you guys have ever used one of those things. No. But they have this little scroll bar at the side that tells you how far you are down on the page.
I remember those.
We are 2/3 of the way through the guide.
Yay.
And the last line is like, oh, also this is endless, so do it as many times as you want.
So yeah, I'd like to think we're gonna finish. I've been saying this for weeks now. I'd like to think we're gonna finish Final Fantasy VI next stream, but at this point, I'm like, I can't say shit like that. This dungeon is ridiculous.
Let's do it at Extra Life. Whatever we have left, we'll do. We have a 16-hour Snake Eater marathon. We can squeeze in like 8 of Final Fantasy VI.
There you go.
Finish that guide.
So yeah, that's I played that, and I put in about 25 hours of Dragon Quest XI over the last week.
Shit.
Looks good.
It's very good. It's still holding up. I've just got the boat, so the world has opened up for me. Well, I shouldn't say I just got the boat. I got the boat like 10 hours ago.
I don't want to brag, but
But I will throw out one piece of unbelievable harsh criticism
Okay.
on this game.
here we go.
Write it down.
Off the gaudy list.
No, absolutely. Like, this
Oh, wow.
is
Damn.
like
Damning evidence.
this
it sounds
is a
like.
game breaking thing that I can't believe is in a game.
Okay.
So you open up the ship, and at first you're in this little bay, and you need to get permission from a king in order to open up the floodgates to let you out into the open sea. So I did that, and going into the open sea, it gives you a whole bunch of ports, because you can only land your ship at a port. Gives you a whole bunch of ports that you can go to. The quest gives you a marker, like the main quest says, hey, you should go to this port. Me being the kind of person who likes to check shit out, I go to other ports first.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
that'd be like the point.
Yeah.
Explore, right?
Always
See
go
if
to the
you
place they tell you to go last.
See if you can find like some cool stuff,
Yeah.
right? Add to your gear, add to your gold piles,
Or
right?
like maybe some enemies that are way too high level for us.
Exactly. And that's a fun thing to do in a game like this, is to say, oh shit, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I just got destroyed. But the thing that this game does, and like I can't even wrap my head around how stupid this is. If you wander into a zone that is further in the quest than you are, you will get the cutscene for that zone that doesn't make any sense because you haven't got there yet.
That's fucked.
That is super fucked.
Yeah,
That's really fucked.
That is like 11 out of 10 fucked.
So you
I
can just like watch the story in a random order by jumping around to different ports.
And this isn't a spoiler for Dragon Quest games. There's always Dragon Quest games. You always have a certain thing that you have to collect a certain number of them to unlock the next chain of the game.
Yeah.
So in this one, it's orbs. You start off with 2 of them. your party members. I have all the party members now, so that's pretty cool. Your party members have acquired them over the years. They give them to you because you're the hero. You're destined to save the world. Mm-hmm. So the point is you're supposed to go use the ship and travel around to all these ports and find the rest of the orbs. The first clue you get is to go to this port that I was talking about that your story tells me to go to. Mm-hmm. But I go to this other port and it says, oh yeah, the blue orb is here. Let's go talk to the king that we know his name of now. And we totally know he has the orb and we should just talk to him and he'll probably
so
give us a quest. Yeah, it's I couldn't believe it when it happened. I'm like,
is it kind of like separate little chunks of it? Like, oh, you wandered into this part and they kind of explain like, well, the Blue King has this, like, do you know what I mean? Is it like self-contained enough that it would make sense you could kind of hit them in any order?
No, because it
maybe
said,
you just kind of glossed over a piece or something.
Like the cutscene specifically mentioned, we know the blue orb is here. We
When
know
you
that
don't-
when you
You
don't
have
know.
not found that out yet.
I
Yeah.
have not found that information. I don't know that the blue orb is supposed to be there.
I'm looking this up.
It's just
This
like
is that's real fun.
it's super
Could you
fucked.
jump ahead in the story then if you want to do like speed run it?
No, because there is supposed to be some sort of thing that I use to open the gates of this castle, which I don't know how to do that.
It seems so crazy that my
just might be true.
My default response is like, no, this is a Kevinism. This must be.
I
I haven't heard like
I can absolutely fire up the console right now and show you a cutscene that I shouldn't see.
it's so crazy. I'm looking for it. I haven't heard anything about it.
I
but
believe,
that
I believe, I
seems-
believe you, Kevin.
I don't know
Seems
if people-
so fucked, man.
Like people maybe have played these games for long enough that they know they're not supposed to jump the quests.
Dragon Quest tip number 1 is exploration is rewarded. So
Well,
that
you
is
can-
not
you
true.
Can fucking find.
Hey, found all the sparklies on the ground. That's it.
Yeah, like
Don't go somewhere new.
I was blown away when it happened. I was blown away.
Maybe you dreamt this.
I hope so. I fucking hope that I dreamt that.
that's weird, yeah. That or like maybe you're in like maybe you got a weird bug or something where you triggered something you shouldn't have somehow.
I don't know, man, but it was.
It seems like a very stupid thing to put in the game if it's in there.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't immediately see something.
I wanna go check because this is like the first other port that I checked, and I got this scene. So like I want to check a different one and see if it's gonna give me
same
another
thing, yeah.
cutscene. But I at the same time I don't because like that's
You don't want to see another cutscene.
that's ruining the fucking story.
We gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
was-
see anything on a quick Bing, but that's
Because you're using Bing. What's
I
wrong
don't
with you?
actually use Bing. All right, it's a joke. It's a joke every time.
Maddie's uses Bing
Only for
Right.
porn. Only for porn.
because no one will ever check Bing for porn.
There's a real reason why Bing searches porn better, but I don't remember what it is. Something with Google's safe search algorithm or something.
So it is not a joke. I should be using Bing to search for porn.
You should be using Bing to search for porn, yeah.
You should just know
I learned one thing today.
exactly what you want to search
well,
for.
that's true, yeah. If you are, exploring new tastes or something.
No. With me and porn, it's very much like you know my searches by now. You tell me what I
Exactly,
want to see.
that's right. I often find that our sponsor Pornhub knows me better than I know myself.
That's right.
Um,
You're right. I do. Well, it's not.
But yeah, like after shitting on it for a little bit, like I found the casino. And, we're not talking about porn anymore.
It's all good. It's all good.
I can like feel Matt looking at me, and I'm like, don't look at him.
Like
or you'll laugh.
somebody have caught that, please.
Like I found the casino and put like 3.5 hours into playing the slot machines because that was super fun.
Maybe like a waitress told you where the blue orb was while you were at the casino, and you just don't remember in the slot
I
machines.
literally like found out about the orbs and then sailed into the open sea.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
If anybody at home knows what he's talking about, please write in the podcast at talkingreckless.com and help us.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't go looking for it because you're going to disappoint yourself.
Yeah.
We need to know. In the interest of Game of the Year science, we need to know.
But yeah, so I found the casino. I went into the casino. I started with 512 casino tokens to my name.
Okay.
3.5 hours later, I had 450,000
Wow, what's
shit.
your game? Slots?
slots. Yeah, I hit the jackpot. I hit all sevens.
Wow. Is
Yeah.
there any kind of like a luck stat, or is it just
There's a stat. It's a hidden stat in this game about the mood of the machine. So if the machine is in a good mood and you miss a spin, it'll be like, hey, the machine's in a good mood. So it's going to like
That's just something gamblers tell them. So there's actually no.
No,
listen, I've heard this a lot at the casino. There's no. I know you think there is.
I know that it sounds crazy,
Full
but
moon.
it actually changes the roll after it stops.
So
you physically see that you lose, and then it gives you a prompt that the machine like kind of winks at you, and then it respins it
Okay.
into a win.
Is it possible to lose? Like 500 to 400,000 seems like.
I will say that I found out which machine is most profitable.
Okay. All right.
But
did you want to share that hot tip, or maybe it's different in everyone's game?
No, it's not different. There is 3 colored sections of the casino. The first casino, Port.
Vallarta.
No,
It's beautiful this time of year.
Hold on. I will say
We don't endorse colored sections.
I take notes for Dragon Quest,
You should.
so that I can remember where to go when I find things that need to be revisited.
He's pulling up the notepad right now.
Port of Valor is the name of the place where the casino
Port
is.
of Valor.
Yeah, Spanish for the Dragon Quest Spanish for the Port of Valor.
So there's colored sections in the casino. In the blue section of the casino, you want to do the back row slot machine on farthest from the left, or farthest on the left.
There you go. Hot tip.
Pro tip.
Who knew?
What else you been playing? That's it, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
What have I been playing? I'll talk real fast about Pokemon Snap. We put on
Oh,
Board
we
Game
can
Wednesday.
talk about Pokemon Snap all day.
Dope. Apparently, it only takes like 2 hours to 100% that game,
Oh, yeah.
which
It's not very long
I
game.
always forget. But man,
Still was $60.
yeah, no,
Probably actually like 80.
I've over the years I've probably played maybe 20 to 30 runs, 100% runs of Pokemon Snap. It's like the Christmas movie. Pick it up, fall time every year, play it.
Yep.
It's dope. It's so dope.
It's a good game.
That last level, that secret level, is a real fucking bummer. That one where it's literally just Mew, and you gotta it's kind of a boss fight, which is sort of neat, I guess. But
Yeah.
one
yeah.
Pokemon on the level sucks. But man, that game is just going wonderful.
Yes,
And is that Pikachu on a ball? Like he's Oak's.
You feel so good about those some of those early shots, and then you'll like come up with it's like Pikachu on a ball, but you only got his like ass in the picture,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Oh, I love Pikachu on a ball. That's 10 million points.
burn all the pictures you've taken for me.
It's a fantastic game. You at home should play it. Okay, here we figured it out. If you own a copy on the Wii U and would like to back up your copy and play it on an emulator, you have to play the Dolphin version. Play the Dolphin version. Get yourself a WAD. You can't do it on N64. It doesn't work. Make sure you use DirectX 11 graphic settings in Dolphin. If you're trying to do it at home, you'll know what that means. But specifically, that is it. I spent probably 20 to 30 hours trying to get this thing to work. Every single combination of every single emulator and every single game and every single graphic setting. And that seems to be the only one.
Did you go to Blockbuster and get your pictures developed?
You could actually do
You
that?
could do that, yeah.
What? You
Yeah.
could get your Pokemon pictures from Pokemon Snap developed?
Yeah, I can't remember what the process was, but yeah, you can take them in and get them developed. Specifically at Blockbuster.
I thought there's like a $56 attachment you could jam into the N64
Yeah, it might have
controller, and
been-
it'd also be a printer.
Oh yeah,
That existed. That
yeah.
existed, yeah.
But you could definitely get it done at a Blockbuster.
Huh. No, I wish there's some good ones there that I wouldn't. I would
mind
honestly.
having a hard
I would.
copy of
I
them?
would honestly get Pokemon Snap photo printed out and framed on my wall. Real nice frame and everything.
It'd be
And
funny.
get like
Which
a
one would it
big-
be though? Surfing Pikachu?
No, Surfing Pikachu sucks.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
kinda a bitch.
everybody likes Surfing Pikachu.
Yeah, it's
you know.
You want something more. You want something that everyone doesn't love.
Yeah,
You
I
something you love.
want the Jigglypuffs. You know when you get all three of the Jigglypuffs swirling
Oh,
and they're all
they're fucking-
singing.
yeah,
but I
singing.
want them mad. I want you playing the flute so they can't sing and they're all just
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
pissed at you. I
Yep.
want them to flip you off.
Like a real nice Zubat picture when he comes fucking flying
yeah.
through that door.
Yeah.
He's all over the place and you're fucking snapping. Sometimes you get that perfect one.
Some
with
nice
him
like
fucking-
depth of field against
Yeah.
the background of the cave.
I feel like that singing Jigglypuff was the picture that was like my best picture for 82% of the game.
Oh yeah.
And then I finally beat it with like Mew.
Yep. Mew, Pikachu on a ball. It's very, very classic. I don't know. Kevin left. That was as soon as I started talking about Pokemon
Nope.
Snap. I also played WWE 2K19, which just came out this week.
Best game ever. Game of the year.
It's better than last year. It's
playable.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm playing on PC, the Steam version. Technically, it's very sound. It runs really, really well, which coming off of last year, fucking sucked ass.
Yeah, so and that's what I've heard, is that it's not as buggy, which I'm like, is that better or worse that they took away my favorite part of last year's game? It's like where the ref would come out to an entrance and then his arm would go through.
That sounds all right. It is like, I can't speak to the bugginess, having not played a ton of 18. It's not buggy per se, but just technically, like, it runs very, very well. Perfect frame rate. The load times are fast, which last year I remember them being a real fucking, like,
I was about to ask how the load times were.
They seem good. It seems very, like, the audience looks rad. Technically, the wrestling and everything that's on screen looks fucking awesome.
And I don't want to say that the technical stuff has always been good, because it has not been good, but the presentation of those games was always like number one with a bullet.
Oh yeah.
On the list of things that you're like, this is what they paid attention to.
Yep.
They always pay attention to just making this look like a fucking wrestling event.
It's really, really well done. Like, I played maybe like 10 or 15 hours last year of 2K18, and I think that, like, it just runs better. All the entrances look way better. The camera work is way better. There's none of that weird, like, disjointed fucking cut between the entrances anymore. And like, it looks like you're watching wrestling on TV, which is super cool. Well, it's a lot more. It's, if you like I like the WWE brand. I just don't like the storylines that are on TV right now.
Okay, I'm with you.
So to get in there and be like, what if we put 10 Roman Reigns in a Royal Rumble, in a Battle Royal, or like just fuck around and do dumb shit is super fun. The My Player mode is the kind of the big thing I think they've been pitching this year. The my career.
It is. There's always a version of a career mode.
Last year's was fucking terrible. Last year's was you going backstage, and it was like the Citadel, and you talked to all your dudes, and nothing was voiced, and it was just like black text on a white screen would appear.
Watching Warren play that career mode was like the final straw with me in 2K video game.
It was like they ran out of money or something. Like, it wasn't finished. This year everything is voiced, which is super cool. There's a weird thing where, like, there's the professional voice actors, and then there's the WWE superstars, and all the professional actors have very good sounding mics and, like, very high quality, high sample rate quality clips.
Yep.
And then the wrestlers sound like they're recording off a phone, which
what?
Maybe they did from, like, the
knowing
night of.
WWE, considering they've replaced half their camera shots with, like, people using a fucking selfie stick. Doing their own promos, they probably are just like, hey, sometime over the next little while in your hotel room,
you need to record these lines.
Read these lines into your phone and email them to us.
It's some of it is really, really noticeable, and it's like the odd part, like Triple H. Clearly, they got Triple H in the studio. He has a lot of lines and he's got good quality stuff, but, like, oh, here's, like, Kurt Angle.
He's just got a better phone than everyone else.
Yeah, that's probably very true. Here's Kurt Angle, and, like, it sounds like he's like recording it over here. He's like, oh, it's true. And you're like, what the, like, is this real match audio they took from, like, 30 years? Like, what is this?
Yeah, you can, like, hear the crowd cheering in the background during his voice clips.
So some of that stuff's really strange, but, like, that's just nitpicking. It so far is pretty well put together. You start in an indie promotion. There is some very wrestling fuckery going on. This story,
what is the indie promotion?
BCW. Baron Blade is running BCW. I don't know if he's always been running BCW, but in 2K19, Baron Blade is running BCW. He's the commissioner.
I think he was the promoter in the 2K18 career mode.
He is from past games, apparently. Someone in chat told me.
Good. This is his career's going okay.
Yeah,
he looks totally different.
The
in this
Baron.
one. I'm pretty sure he looked like a bleach blonde, just total asshole. In 2K18.
That's what he looks like in this. Bleach blonde, little, like, flat top. I hit my headphones.
Yeah.
Yep. So, anyways, you're an indie wrestler, and oh boy, I just fucking played it, and it's like not
you
poorly
invade.
Done. Something happened. Oh, the dude you have a match with that night at the indie show, an NXT scout is there. I forget his name. He's some dude that people know.
Albert?
No, Matt Bloom.
Okay.
He's there. That's actually it. He's there, and he's.
I know that's the same guy. We're talking about the same guy.
He's scouting him out, and you have such a great match that he's like, I want to offer you the contract. And Triple H does. You sign it or whatever, or maybe you don't sign it. I don't know. Between you getting the contract and getting to NXT, something happens. Something happens on social media, and which is not your fault.
Oh, dick pic.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's always a dick pic.
which is kind of not your fault. And then Triple H just fucking chews you out. He's like, "You'll never work in this business. I'll make damn sure." And like,
Keep your cock in your pants.
get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want any BCW guys. Don't ever bring these guys back here again. Like, really fucking gives it to you.
God, what could you have said?
You get attacked by a fan. And like you don't fight back really, but the video they have just kind of shows you in the scuffle with this fan the night you got the contract. So he's like, "This is bad publicity. You're sure." And this takes place in a weird world where like you are kind of always keeping kayfabe, but they also talk about kayfabe as a thing.
This is the WWE video game world you're describing.
Because so you get super pissed at Triple H, and you and your buddy go and invade NXT, which means the NXT is having a show, and we got front row tickets, and we jump over the barricade and go.
It's not scripted.
Nope. Go into the ring and just beat the shit out of Johnny Gargano.
Right.
Like just beat him unconscious. Sledgehammers, chairs, ring steps, two dudes beating the shit out of him. No security comes out. Nobody calls the cops. The announce desk is completely silent.
Right.
Like, it is the weird of like,
And obviously,
somebody stop this, please.
Again, not to harp on it too much, but this is not. This is assault. This is two people coming from the crowd and beating the shit out of one of your performers.
Yep. But you do such a good job beating them up that.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Oh no, you beat them up, and then they send out Triple H is at the ramp or whatever, and he's like, "Security, get those guys." 3 security guards come out, and they're all doing wrestling moves on you and each other, which is really weird. Like 2 security guards, magic killered me through a table or whatever. They're wrestlers, but it's like this weird fiction, and then
because normally security guards are played by indie wrestlers.
Totally.
Yeah.
Normally they're just like thrown out of the ring and that's them, but you have a match with these 3 guards, and then the Authors of Pain come out and you beat up them. Oh, then Triple H is like, get out there, roster, we got to stop these guys. But only 2 at a time. Let's have a tag match. Sends out the Authors of Pain, and you beat them.
He's gotten over you attacking one of his people with a sledgehammer,
Yes.
and now he's like, let's just have some wrestling matches and solve this the old-fashioned
Well, so
way.
it's still not sanctioned. You just got to knock the dude out, which this isn't. There's no ref or anything. And then you do such a good job that you end up on the SmackDown roster. I don't really know how, but I'm on SmackDown now.
That seems like bad business.
Yeah, but everyone on SmackDown hates me because I both invaded NXT and like completely skipped NXT.
Right.
And I think I'm feuding with Bobby Roode right now, which is
If you
some good
attacked
stuff.
a man with a sledgehammer,
which I pulled from under the ring
in a non-kayfabe way, he would probably be dead.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, especially for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Like one swift sledgehammer to the head's enough to kill a man.
Oh yeah, no, it was weird because like it was really weird. Sometimes people do really go over the barricade, and it is not funny. Not in the way that like this
and
is
they fucking like security jumps on them quick.
Oh yeah,
And if security doesn't jump on him quick,
The
and they
wrestlers
get into
beat
the
the
ring,
piss
the
out of him.
wrestlers absolutely
also,
destroy him.
We came into the ring disguised. You could pick your disguise as like 80 superstars or whoever. I picked NWO, obviously.
Of course.
We came into the
If
ring.
you're doing the invasion anyway.
Yeah, we came into the ring, and Mike Edder said, "Hey yo," and I can't remember
it was
who.
great.
I can't remember. Me and I think I can't remember who the other guy was.
Kevin Nash. Well, he was like
Yeah.
he was pretending
Well, he was
to be Kevin Nash.
Yeah, okay.
If
'Cause
you were
I had
Hey
I
Yo,
had bandana and
yeah.
all right. Anyways, we two-sweeted and went too sweet and like did the whole gimmick, and the commentators were like, that's NWO up on the stage. Like everyone bought it until they didn't.
Because he took the headband off, and they're like, "Oh, it's Matt Eads."
That's your Buzz. I hate you're just Buzz, which
Can you change that?
not yet. So like my thing is the show, and they introduced me as the show Matt E. Diaz.
Good.
And but you're always like, but they call you Buzz. That's Buzz because
So they can say E Diaz.
what's her name? JoJo? Is that her name? She'll call me out like Mike because you pick your things like in the
Right,
Pastors.
okay, yeah.
But yeah, like, there's no Eads, so E
So they just say
Diaz.
Buzz. So Buzz is for the commentators.
Yeah, commentators will say
obviously.
Buzz. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I spent.
What a like for them to give you one fucking name.
Yeah, it's. I hope it changes because
Well, that's weird because I played 2K18. I mean, not a lot, but it gave you the option when you created your character right away. It was like, what do you want the announcers to call you? What do you want the color guys to call you?
I will say this is a lot more fluid. The commentary sound. I remember last year it being terrible.
I personally think it's bad almost every year.
It seems pretty good this year.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like they maybe because they only have to have Buzz and don't have to be like, here's 500 different nicknames of like the show, the devil, like and record all these lines. Maybe they could spend a little time, but like The commentators sound great. Corey Graves has made me laugh out loud in a lot of the ways he does on the show sometimes, and like
How long have you played?
About 15 or so hours.
You played 15 hours of WWE.
Yeah, I ended up stopping. I played about 6 hours on the stream, and then ended up playing a lot of battle royals with 10 Roman Reigns and stuff like that.
No further questions at this time.
There's a lot of shit in there that is like completely like no other video game in the universe. So the game is split into two distinct modes. My player has a completely separate set of options. It has a completely separate set of like difficulty settings, input settings, how do you want to do the submissions, every single 200 different customizable options, completely separate from the rest of the game. You have to go into the My Player thing, start the game, be in the hub world, go to your phone. Like, it's changing options is really fucking confusing. They lock up the roster. The roster is almost completely locked up. Like, I have, if I want to do like one-on-ones, I have current WWE roster and everybody else is locked, and you're buying them for a currency that you start with 30,000 of and are kind of getting more each match.
You can just buy them all at once.
That for another $10. Yes, I can pay $10 and unlock everything. But like the rate that I'm getting currency, I will never have the roster. I could play 1,000,000 hours. I don't think I'll ever get the roster.
Is it just like 18 where you also had to use the currency to upgrade your character?
No, that's a separate currency. Okay. Thankfully this year. But you are using that same currency that you're using to buy the superstars to buy all the parts, all the moves, all the gear, all the taunts. This thing is rife with boosts and micro and loot boxes. You can use this currency to. So the only gameplay changing thing in those loot boxes seems like boosts. That said, some of those boosts seem really significant. I used a boost that took me from a 53 overall to a 73 overall, which was the only one I had, and then I lost the match and was fucking mad.
Oh, it only lasts for the one match?
Yeah, they are like real temporary time match boosts, and you can use that currency to unlock so you can have more boosts equipped. I played a few games.
How'd you lose with the boost?
Because I was fucking trying to fight Kofi Kingston, and he's apparently way better than I am.
Yeah.
I beat Kalisto and someone else on the way to him, so that's pretty good.
Proud of Jamaica.
Not anymore, right?
That got wrecked
way back, yeah. The playing and wrestling is really good, but like the trappings around it are so fucked and so confusing. And even just like if I want to change settings, I have to go in and I have to press start, not back. If you press back, it'll be like, hey, you're not gonna change these settings. Are you sure? Yes, no. No, you gotta go start. Are you sure you want to change these settings? Yes. Are you sure you want to quit and change these settings? Yes. Like it's like it wasn't made by humans.
Okay.
There are also 20 billion different modes. There are towers, which are like
Mortal Kombat towers?
Like Mortal Kombat towers. The one right now is like play AJ Styles and beat 15 opponents to win some shit. There are, I think, 8 of them. One of them changes every day. One of them changes every week. One of them changes every month or something like that, which is neat. Like that stuff is all rotating in and out. And you're winning currency to buy loot boxes, which makes that stuff seem significant. There's also My Player towers where you use your player in similar towers, and those are changing. There's like... My Player.
This is essentially Destiny now.
You're on the My Player, like you're on the qualify for Survivor Series, which I don't know what that means. But I'm working on Survivor Series is on apparently November the 11th, 1 a.m. in My Player time. And if I do enough matches, I can qualify for it. I don't know what that means, but I think it might be an online thing.
An online thing?
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be neat.
Sounds cool.
I did one online match of My Player, and my 53 overall fought a 100 overall named Hulk, who was literally twice my size, and I couldn't lift him.
Does he like the Hulk?
He was, yeah. And to his credit, all his attacks were just like big overhand, green with purple pants.
Good. Okay.
He was.
Someone did it right.
Yep, protecting the business. And then aside from all that, I'm gonna knock this camera over. Aside from all that,
I'm all riled up.
There's a whole.
What the fuck?
There's a whole
nice
separate mode called the Universe where you're managing the shows,
right.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205 Live, and separate from all of that, there's a whole nother mode where you are managing your own version of those shows, not the shows, not like the roster, but your own weird brand.
It's like the one where you can make storylines and stuff. Yeah,
and like you can make your own Money in the Bank contracts and stuff, and like it all seems super full featured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I had 10 million hours and was way into WWE, this would be great for 10-year-old Matt Eads.
Sounds like 27-year-old Matt Eads. Sounds like you're ready to buy
I
him.
never had more time.
I don't have enough time.
How does it like it? The biggest thing for me at the end of the day with those games, even when they had the good showcase modes,
This one's very good as well. Sorry, I forgot another mode is the showcase. It's Brian
the
Daniels, Daniel Bryan,
yeah.
and has real like match audio, which is very, very cool. It is super well done.
The biggest thing, no matter how good all that stuff is and how many features they have, the biggest problem for me was it was not fun to play the game.
Yeah.
When I got in the ring, it was not fun anymore.
It's exactly like it was.
Okay.
I think. I don't think anything has changed. So like the reversal system, they're limited now in a way that I remember in 18, Warren could infinite reversal me forever.
Sure.
Now they're limited, which is nice.
Man's a pro.
I'm pretty sure in 18 they were still the same way. You had as you fought the match, you'd gain reversals.
Mm-hmm.
So you had 5 max, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was the same in that in the past games.
I think it's all exactly the same. I recognize a lot of those mini games. A lot of them still suck. It's not terrible. The terrible part of it is just I know what I want my wrestler to do, but there are so many different button inputs for everything that like it's almost impossible to make him do it. It's like I want to pick him up and carry him. Okay, well you're using bumper and stick. Oh, but if I want to pick him up and like drag him by his head, well then you're using stick and holding. Like it's just the button combinations are archaic and don't make any sense unless you've been playing these wrestling games for 50 years or whatever.
Well, I hope you stay with it.
I'm gonna keep playing a little bit just to see. I want to see at least
I want to
like
see where some of that stuff goes, how it holds up.
yeah, I'm gonna do the storyline
specifically
for sure.
stuff like the commentary and stuff where it's like I always feel like the commentary. That's why I asked you how long you played because I was like commentary always sounds real good for the first couple hours.
It's true,
and then
most of the stuff I'm doing
Yeah.
is the my player stuff, which I think has a lot of custom
free
commentary
stuff. Yeah,
That said, we did get into one match. It was a battle royal with Baron Corbin, and the commentators like got into a loop where they were literally just talking about End of Days. All they talked about, they're like, "Well, End of Days is a hell of a finisher, and if Baron Corbin can get it," they only just talked about End of Days
there we go.
for the entire time.
That's my 2K.
and it's probably
I'm
that
like, this seems weird.
it's probably that's the only line they recorded for Baron Corbin because they're like nobody's gonna put Baron
But
There's a
Corbin in a
bunch.
match.
There's a full like 10 minutes of conversation about End of Days.
Oh.
And like multiple different like, well, if he hits it here, he could really. It was bizarre.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and they'll bug out every now and again where like one time Sin Cara wasn't even in the match, and they're like, "Oh, Sin Cara through the table." I'm like, "What? There are no tables, and there's no Sin Cara."
Now
But
he's looking around over his shoulders. What?
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to play on like wrestling pay-per-view days and get real drunk and sim some pay-per-views.
It's a great thing about alcohol.
Yeah,
Can really save a video game.
last thing I want to say is you start with 30,000 currency. I spent 24,000 of it on the Roman Reigns entrance, so my player can have the Roman Reigns entrance music. So I can't.
Why?
I can't unlock any superstars.
Why did you spend it on his entrance?
Because I like that the
Every
commentators
penny
go
of that goes right in Roman's pocket.
boo doo, and then the commentators go, "That's Buzz's music," and that's really fun. And he does like
I can't believe they fucking called you Buzz.
holds the fists up. It's really dumb.
He's got like old noodle arms
Yeah.
because it's just your creative
Yeah.
character.
You start with nothing. Like you have like 6 parts to make your character with. Not even a bald head in the game. There's
No,
no
that's-
clean shaven head even. So you
I
gotta
would
go out
like
there and buy that.
a good. Nah, like when you're creating a character for career mode, I would like to have like a billion different things
Yeah,
to
me
choose
too.
from.
You can swap them all out after as you unlock them,
Yeah,
or you can
I
go in
guess
there
so.
and pick the specifics you want. But it seems like a lot of wrestling.
I used
Not-
to say that.
not-
Used to say that about the
Yeah,
program.
Not good wrestling. Better than the program. I've had more fun playing the game than I have watching the program.
All right. You continue to hurdle those low bars.
That's it. That's it for me. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up here? Part one?
Shit my pants.
Okay, well, let's go do that, and we'll come back in an hour after the KFC Pizza Hut shit is done.
Jesus.
See you in a bit.
I already did.
Oh, no!
It-
Down here?
But it was too.
I gotta get the coffee out of me.
You want to go first then?
Do you actually have to take a shit? It's 2 bathrooms.
Brother's got a fart really bad.
Get it started. Get the long one started.
Never know.
Jesus.
Just, yeah, you're going to want to move out after this one. Kevin.
Y'all are disgusting.
Pizza Hut and KFC.
You're taking a coffee pee though.
Just get the stank of this whole place up.
I don't even have a fan in my upstairs bathroom.
I'll go shit outside.
That's probably for the best.
Probably wouldn't be able to tell from the smell.
Chad, how you doing? I can see why we cut this part in the podcast. What, because we talk about shitting outside and everyone walks away? Hey, Alex, how you doing? I'm tired and I got a bunch of beers in me already. I need to get some sleep. I need to plan a D&D session in the morning because I haven't done it yet. What?
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 What did? Who are you talking to?
Talking to Alex.
Hey, brother. Oh, fuck.
He's about to start drinking.
Oh, shit. Buckle up. Buckle up. D&D sounds dope. D&D is dope.
I have to plan a session somehow tomorrow morning.
What? We planned it all for you.
Kill all your characters.
I know.
Kill all your characters.
I love how I like specifically ask, like, so how you guys about non-combat things? And then you said it's fine. A couple other people said no, we want combat. And then the plan for the next session is like, oh, how can we go
Warren.
out of our way to avoid combat?
Hey,
Even though we just said
don't make Levi make the plans.
Some people don't like role playing yet. Some people like ROLL playing.
yeah, no, I know.
Roll.
We're just gonna fail the first plan and combat happens. Yay!
Yeah, I'm
What?
hoping that happens.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to fucking pull some strings.
Warren, I'm gonna read your thing. I saw you posting some things.
Or if I just roll over for a screwball check and then I go into there and I get fucked up.
Monster.
Combat happens.
Doo doo. Doo doo. I won't have a gimmick, Warren. I have to be creative. I don't get to
I
be a
didn't see
wrestler.
anything wrong with Dragon Quest 11. All
Neither
people
did
said
I.
There's like crashed stuff, and there was a patch earlier today, so maybe that fixed it. Maybe you're supposed to crash.
I
there.
think you might have got a weird
The
like
PS Chuck
bug
It
that doesn't happen for
so
everybody.
Fucked, man. It was
That
like
sucks
legit
ass.
the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a video game.
That super sucks. I couldn't find anything either.
I wish I had, because the only extra save file I had is I made a save file in case I needed to restart my gambling mission. In case I lost my money, but I didn't lose my money, so I have like a save file from like 14 hours ago.
You should just roll it back and just see if it happens again. Don't like play through that save, but just see if you can
Like
repro.
it involves like
getting
some
the
doing
things.
the
Oh.
14. Like I wouldn't do all 14. I would probably have to do 10 hours of content just to
Cool.
get back to where I was. But yeah, I'm like, oh,
That's
it was so fucked.
This game we're gonna play on Sunday is gonna be so fucked.
wrestling
Yes.
RPG.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fucked.
Should just made it 5e and
I've never
put a
played
little
any-
spice on there.
This is way different. This has like, this is P and P player and player.
oh,
Listen, nobody is trying to win a wrestling match. Everyone
Yeah.
knows who's going to win the match ahead of time. It's weird. It's all like two players in the ring, and a creative
Ooh.
no.
booking.
Ooh.
What? Did you just shit yourself?
No, I can smell fucking Brando from upstairs.
No, you. Maybe you can. I don't.
Remember
It's
when
not
we
me.
discussed how much more sensitive my hearing is than yours is?
Yeah,
I think my nose is probably more sensitive as well.
it's probably very true. Tag in running it so you can play. Yeah, when I tag in, I'll make a wrestler one. I'll just be what it doesn't matter. I'll be whatever's left.
Is there a DM, GM?
Kind of creative. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has moves, and creative has their own set of moves. So if
Like the cage comes down.
Sometimes.
Everyone has a chair in their hand.
sometimes it's more like if you guys are gonna have a match and you mess something up, that's when if you roll a 1, that's when creative gets to fuck with you with one of creative's moves. So creative can use a hard move and be like, someone's gonna run in your match.
Oh shit.
Or like, I'm gonna change the booking. So you were supposed to win and keep your title. You roll the botch. Not anymore. Now Kevin is winning this match.
Oh.
And stuff like that. So it's weird. It's
That's very
like
strange.
player versus player, but kind of not.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Very strange.
Very strange.
That'd be sweet.
I gotta come up with a roster for the
Oh.
WWE, the Reckless Wrestling Entertainment. league.
Don't the individual characters just have to make that up themselves?
No,
you got your roster. You need additional.
You think this roster is only 4 superstars?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
We got a whole thing.
Everyone makes 2 then. Done.
No. It's
4
NPCs. NPC wrestlers.
Oh,
whole
shit.
roster.
That's right.
Whole
All
roster.
all nameless security guard number.
Name one of them a baby.
Nice.
A baby.
A baby.
Done. I can't remember their names. I know. Shit. It starts with an A. He's Lord of the Depths. It's like Ashley. It's like a real weird name. Ashley, Lord of the Depths, or something. I know.
Nice.
He's a monster. He was the pretty prince, and then he traveled the Orient, is what it says in quotes, and came back as the Dark Prince.
Oh.
Now he knows magic.
Damn.
He's very cool. His finisher, the heart punch. Pa! He punches you, and then your heart stops. Oh.
Is it real magic or is it wrestling magic? Who knows?
Same
Tune in
thing.
and find out.
Yeah, same thing.
Tune in and find out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Are you streaming it?
No.
Oh, okay. I can't tune in then.
No. You can come play if you want.
Oh.
You want to be a wrestler?
No, I have to work, and then it's Thanksgiving for me. Week late. Yeah.
Damn British people.
Right.
It's okay. I'm having Christmas tomorrow.
What?
So yeah, my brother's in town. So
Oh, okay.
and won't be for Christmas.
Ah.
I can't make it in December, so we're doing Christmas tomorrow.
Hopefully, he doesn't follow you on social media. Already knows his present.
No, we do. We pick a name. We do the pick someone.
I thought your mom got him a very gimpy kind of.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. He would know what it is.
Yeah.
He was listening earlier. He was tuning in a little bit. I saw.
Oh shit! Spoilers.
Here we go, fellas.
He's not here right now.
We got 40 minutes before that smell gets to us.
No, we already
It's
can smell it.
too
Already.
late.
Claims
Smell it.
claims he could already smell it. Yeah.
This is already empty.
Well.
Well,
Boo-doo. Boo-doo. I laugh. Roman Reigns has become our
oh,
meme.
don't go up there, Kev. you're fucked.
All right, I'll start holding my breath right now.
Danger zone.
Ooh, I realized while you were talking that as a generally happy person, maybe nothing in this world gets me angrier than someone saying good things about WWE 2K video
I'm
games.
sorry. I'm sorry. This seems like a great. I was saying this on the stream today. This seems like a great, and this has probably been said a lot before on the up years. But like, what are you looking for?
What?
Sounds like the furnace is turning on.
Oh,
It's probably like
that's the house depressurizing because the seals are melting or something. What? It does sound like it's turning on.
Maybe it got too cold from what you said it at.
That might be
got
the-
to turn it down even more.
Could be the hot water heater. No, that's definitely the furnace. We'll know when the house takes off.
I'll be back.
straight away.
If they build on that My Player stuff, it could be really cool. They have the voices and the likenesses, and like they could tell a really cool story.
I so badly want them to just tear that thing down and build it back up from
they
scratch.
need to. They need to.
That it's like every time everyone's like, "This is the one." I'm like, "Oh."
Get rid of the reversal system, man. I really like the system in Fire Pro where you gotta like work your way up to the bigger moves. That's maybe one of my biggest problems is that when I start
Not Fire Pro.
when I start the match with like a Superman punch or like a big move, you're like, this is not really how the match.
It should be like a real fighter game.
No, it should be like a real wrestling. It should look like wrestling. You work your way up to the big moves. You don't open with the showstopper.
Well, same thing with fighter games. You got to charge that meter, then you can do big shit.
Sure.
Yeah, totally like that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wrestling kind of has that just for the finisher.
Yes.
But yeah, it would be nice if there was something to the pacing of a match, whether it was like a stage by stage thing where it's
Yeah.
like,
Fire Pro has like hidden. It's got like hidden meters that you can't really see, but like as you work them down, they do the reversals automatically, and the more beat up they are, the more your moves will hit.
no.
So like I'm never gonna hit a choke slam without hitting them, but if I beat the shit out of them, I choke slam this motherfucker for days.
Let's fucking do it.
All right, welcome
Finisher.
back. We're gonna talk about some news. I got some great stories. You guys are gonna love these. Here we go. You remember that Walking Dead debacle?
Wasn't that
Nope.
the Telltale debacle?
The Telltale debacle, Walking Dead game debacle, yeah. Here we go, the latest update. I'm here to give you the news. I'm here to tell you only the facts. There's a lot of supposing going on the internet. and I'm gonna cut through all that bullshit. The final season is gonna be finished by Skybound Games. That is the indie game development branch of Skybound Entertainment.
What have they done?
They make The Walking Dead comics and television show.
Good.
That is, what's his name? Robert
Kirkman?
Kirkman.
Kirkland is the no-name brand.
Good.
Yeah, that's Costco.
Yeah.
Costco brand.
That's his production company,
Gotcha.
as far as I know. Skybound Games. They say, here's what Skybound says, and this is all they have said officially. Skybound will work with members of the original Telltale team to finish the story in a way fans deserve. That is the only official statement. People have extrapolated that to the earlier, I think it was maybe even last episode or episode before. We were saying Brando and I specifically I am boycotting the final season of The Walking Dead because the Telltale devs didn't get their severance. That whole thing completely fucked them. Whatever. If they somehow hire that team back on, pay them their severance, have them finish the game, maybe I could be convinced to play it. They have not. This is not what's happening. Maybe it is, possibly. All they say is that they will work with members of the original team. That could mean I went and talked to the producer from Telltale and said, was Clementine going to live? She was? Okay, perfect, thanks. I've worked with a member of the Telltale team to finish the story in a way fans deserve. It is word salad. There are no details. There's none. A lot of people are like, this is their hill they're dying on. That like, yes, we've hired back the team. It's just not the case.
I mean,
it might be
contracting.
We were both also extremely skeptical about whether or not this was actually going to happen.
It's true.
And now that it is happening, maybe we can give them the benefit of the doubt on this until we get more information.
I think it's completely impractical to try to hire that original team for 2 months of contract work. Right?
Obviously, not going to hire everybody.
And like even the people who would get hired, you think like a lot of them are probably like,
oh boy,
yeah, I gotta fucking go get like a real job, not a job that you're gonna.
Well, that's just it. I even wrote all that on the sheet of like, are these people like, okay, I'll sit at home and maybe get a call to come do 2 months of work and then be laid off again.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger question is, where is Skybound Entertainment's offices?
Yes, it's all there. There's so many questions. Logistically, how do you get these people from place to place? What if you only get part of the team? Does Skybound fill in the rest? Like, is it even the same game? If you say, oh, well, we got the animators, like, I don't know.
Just do the story people, the two dudes.
Yeah, pretty
what
much.
are the beats?
Yeah.
I kind of hit a wall.
Does Lee
on
come
it.
back?
Yeah, I kind of hit a wall on it where it was like all this stuff that made me like, that's kind of shitty, and then that kind of blended at some point into like, maybe I don't even really care how it ends anymore.
No.
Yep.
Like
I
even
don't.
if they did come back, like unless the story came out where it was like a really feel good thing, like we fucking got a lot of people, they're all super stoked to be able to finish it. Then I'd be like,
we started a Kickstarter or something to make this happen.
Then I'd be like, well, maybe I'll finish it just for them. But at the same time, like I think my brain switch, maybe in a way to defend me, was like, you don't actually care about the end, do you?
No, that's totally what I like. I would love to have seen how that season ended, but I am probably going to stand on my moral high ground for this one. We'll see how it shapes up. We will get more details. All that said, if you had any good news, anything to like save company face, you're going to put that in your press release, which is why I am always skeptical of these.
Didn't he say something about that guy who died, the actor who died in Walking Dead?
Yeah, the guy who played Herschel.
Oh, yeah, that was a couple days ago.
And he was like, we can't lose... What's that guy's name?
I don't know the actor's name. He's Herschel in the show.
Call him Joe.
May he
We
rest
can't
in
lose
peace.
Joe and Clementine in the same year. And I'm like,
wow,
that's a fictional character.
Yeah, that's like
poor
a huge
taste.
asshole thing to say. Who said that?
I feel like it was this Kirkman guy, but I might want to check my facts. I might want someone to check them for me.
We don't have the official fact checker on the show today. So.
It's true.
It's a bad story,
He's out there.
and please don't buy this game.
Walking Dead sucks.
Here's what I found out
Already
too.
did.
It's been dead for years.
Do as I say, not as I do. The man who didn't buy Spider-Man, but did buy WWE 2K19 for $80.
Like, I've never hated you more in a lot of ways.
I've never hated myself.
Hey, you
more.
absolutely paid for Spider-Man.
You rented Spider-Man?
I paid for a port. I didn't buy my own copy. We went thirdsies on it.
You thirdsies Spider-Man and then gave Vince McMahon your fucking hard-earned dollar.
I bought it so that people won't. I took the bullet. That's what I'm telling myself and everyone else. Jumping on that grenade for you. PSN name changes. Remember last week we reported that we had
You
some
heard it here first.
anonymous developers.
As long as this is the only video game news you get, you absolutely
It's
heard it.
happening, Kevin. This is the only video game podcast in the world, so of course they heard it here first. 2019 PSN name changes at long last.
I could take the underscore out of Lynch_83 if I want to.
Finally,
I could also put it at the end of the 83.
You
I
can
could
add
put it,
another one.
Spicy.
put it at the beginning of.
Oh no, that's not true. I think
What
you
if
can only have one
somebody
underscore.
else has Lynch 83? Isn't that why you would have needed the underscore in the first place?
I might have just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, just a little bit of, what do they call that? The font setting
feng
or
shui?
whatever. Feng shui,
Yeah.
font shui.
Feng shui.
I'm gonna put
feng shui.
Font shui.
I'm gonna change my name. It's gonna be the same name. It's gonna just have an underscore in between every letter.
I did that with my first
Savage.
Hotmail, and it gets real old real fast.
You can do that. First name change is free. After that, $10 a pop or half price if you're a PSN Plus member. Okay, this is weird. It won't work everywhere. The official statement they're giving here is this feature is compatible with PS4 games originally published after April the 1st, 2018, and a large majority of the most played PS4 games that were released before this date. However, please note, not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems are guaranteed to support the online ID change, and users may occasionally encounter issues or errors in certain games. So it sounds like they were worried about it breaking everything, which is why it took 10 years longer even to have the PSN name changes. And they kind of still sort of break everything.
It's like that idea of
Seems
like
like.
having like them have the big red button in front of them and being like, everyone's telling us to push it, but we don't fucking know what it'll do.
EA, you heard of them? You remember, this would be E3, maybe 25th, but 13. I think it was new console year. They teased Command & Conquer was coming back. Does anybody
It's
remember
13?
that? I think it
New
might have been
console year is
13,
13,
yeah.
right?
So
I
maybe
like Command &
2012
Conquer.
or something. They teased it was coming back, and everyone went, oh my god, Command & Conquer. Dope. And then it was a phone game. It was an iPad and phone game that came out.
Oh shit! Does that? Let's fucking download that thing right now.
Check it out. It's called Rivals. Yo boy Jim Vasella is the I didn't pull who he is. I think he's the VP of whoever makes Command & Conquer. His name I'm totally blank on. Anyways, he got out there. He's the producer on Rivals.
There you go.
I did write it down. He posted on Reddit saying like, "Hey, we know that Command & Conquer Rivals wasn't maybe what people wanted.
Or on a console
Yeah.
that they wanted.
They used the phrase, we heard you. Great news. The 25th anniversary is coming up. With that in mind, we have been exploring some exciting ideas regarding remastering the classic PC games. We heard you.
For your telephone!
No, we want a new goddamn Command & Conquer game. Come on, you hear us? That for the 25th anniversary, it's still 2 years away. So
Do we?
I do. Yeah, totally. Totally. As opposed to, do I want a Command & Conquer remastered? Not really.
I guess. I
Like,
guess if
not at
those are your
all.
options.
Those games kind of still play
Is it
like they do.
Really,
They're fine.
25 years?
Yeah.
Has it
Wow.
really been that
Yeah.
long?
No,
23 now.
The part that makes me sick is a friend of mine gifted me the Command & Conquer the first 10 years box set,
Oh.
and it's like, holy fuck, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah. Only 13. Only 13 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years
okay.
to the 25.
2 years from now. Okay, gotcha. Still 13 years ago.
Yeah, so it seems like they might remaster some of those OG PC ones, which
Yeah, they were all really good, well-made games.
totally.
I mean, not
you can go back and play them still.
I shouldn't
They're
say
fine.
all of them. Tiberian Sun was very, very bad.
Is that 4?
3.
I
Command
remember,
& Conquer 3,
I
Tiberian
remember a
Sun.
lot of discourse about 4 as well. That was Tiberian something.
Yeah, I
Tiberian.
don't know. I think I want to say 4 was Generals. Generals was
Tiberian
fairly well received, I'd
Nights.
like to say. A lot of fun.
Which one was Generals? That was with
That was the one where
Ric Flair? Which one had Ric Flair?
Isn't that Red
I think
Alert?
that was- oh, that it?
No, Red Alert had...
That is Red Alert. That totally is Red Alert. Warren will know. Warren will chime in and know because we watched all those cutscenes here that one
I
day.
don't think Red
I have
Alert
to
had
know.
Ric Flair.
I have to know. For sure, one of these did.
Well, something had Ric Flair. It
It
was 100%.
It might have been
He
one that
pops
I
up
didn't
whenever
play.
you die,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Wow, you really got your ass kicked out there, soldier.
Nice.
and then sometimes he's just like, wow.
And he's just like, he's just chewing it. Hang on, let's see.
No, Generals was
Red
the
Alert,
one.
Red Alert 3, yeah.
Red Alert 3.
And I mean, Red Alert 3 is still a Command and Conquer game. If you were going to remaster Command and Conquer, Red Alert 3 would probably be in there.
You
I don't
get
know.
Ric Flair back in?
I don't think you would do all of them. I think you would pick your battles, and like you do Command and Conquer 1, you would do Command and Conquer Red Alert, and honestly, maybe that's it.
Can we? I'm just gonna play a Ric Flair line here.
And I'm going to cheat you all about defeat.
He's gonna cheat us up. Okay, let's skip
You've got a few good moves for a little whelp. I'll give you that.
Give us some of the good ones.
Sorry, sweetheart. When this is over, I'm taking us oil straight back to the land of the free.
I'm taking
A.
that oil straight back to the land of the free.
This is the most deadpan, like him just staring at a fucking camera.
No. He's wearing the fucking suit, which is the best part. At some point, Ric Flair had to walk into the room and you had to hand him the blue suit.
He showed up in that.
Yeah.
He probably did one take on every one of those, and then as soon as it was done, said, "Pay me my money."
Oh, guaranteed. I remember seeing one when Warren and I were watching him. I think there's one where he woos. He gives the Ric Flair woo.
No, I think we were looking for a woo. Because I was watching this with you
Yeah,
guys, too.
is there no
I
woo?
feel like we were looking for a woo and never got a woo.
Maybe just in my dreams.
Yeah, probably.
Fallout 76 will have mod support and private servers. Only mods on the private servers. The more I see about Fallout 76, the weirder and the weirder this thing looks.
I'm maybe more excited for this game than I am anything coming out this year.
They shouldn't have called it Fallout. I
You
think
think
that
that would
sets
help?
I think that sets a precedent.
But
that,
and I'm not even saying excited like the way I'm excited for Red Dead and was excited. Like this is like the only game that I'm like I'm going to jump into this and not have any idea what's going on.
It's one of those really, and so this is a little self-inflicted. I think the beta opens right away, and there's footage we could get out there and know what this game is. It's weird. I know only as much as I do to talk about on the podcast, and I like to be surprised for the most part. And I don't know a damn thing about 76. I know it's got nukes. I know it's got a base. I know that John Denver is probably doing some singing, maybe.
West Virginia.
Yeah, sweet country
Mama.
roads, sweet mountain mama. Private servers, I guess, are going to launch after the game, and then mod support is going to come sometime after that. It might be up to a year after launch. Which again, like depending on how they do their if there is microtransactions, that makes it weird because can you just mod things in that you
Boo,
would?
microtransactions.
Does it have nukes? And this game's out in November.
We're gonna play this together. Are we all getting this on the Xbox?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
You guys can do whatever you want. I'm
Take me home.
passing on this one, probably.
That's
Yep.
all right.
Can we sing John Denver? At least once. Just at least once. I just want all of us walking down the road because, oh man, what if it's got Sea of Thieves instruments?
I wonder if we can get someone to set up. You have an Xbox, Kevin?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe you could just jump into the party and set up like a song to play over the headset.
Can be our DJ.
Yeah.
We should just get you a computer. We should all just jump on PC. You're the only one who doesn't have a PC now.
There's nowhere to put it.
Oh, and Andy, I guess. We'll get you one of
Andy's
those.
got a PC.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he totally does.
Yeah.
It's just you.
There's nothing I can do. There's nowhere to even put it right now.
Just get you a real okay laptop.
As someone who's
I just got a real okay laptop. I
Okay
just paid
enough,
it off.
Okay enough to run 76? Probably.
It's a Mac.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm just...
as someone whose bed used to be in the living room of his apartment, you can always
I can put the
you can
PC on
always
my
find
bed.
places for things.
And we alluded to this a little earlier in the show. Avatars are back!
Yay.
Xbox avatars back in a big way. The new Xbox avatars are here, Brandon.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, sir. What does that mean? Well, it means you're going to see them in your friends list. It means you're going to see them on your profile pages.
You guys can see my songbird flying around.
Yep. You and I have old avatars.
Yeah,
we can toggle.
geez.
You can toggle between them. Yeah, you can use old avatars or new avatars. New avatars kind of got like better hair and I think a lot more customization
Avatar
options.
got better hair than my avatar.
That's right. I got a Master Chief helmet and a
Can't even see his head. Yeah,
yeah,
What am I wearing?
343.
I'm wearing something fucking weird too.
I know I have a sombrero.
I might be dressed as Kenway. I can't remember.
I want a fucking Burger King mask for my avatar. I know I had one once. I don't know where it went or what happened. It's maybe still I can dig it out, but I would pay some money to get a Burger King mask.
If they do, like when this thing launches, I will probably spend about $30.
Oh, it's launched, brother.
Oh, it's
this is
out there?
available right now.
I'll probably go home, spend $30 on the dopest shit, and put it on my avatar, and then never see the thing again.
Hell yeah!
But people will know.
And then when
they see me,
when they take it out of the game or out of the console again in 2 years because no one cares.
that's
fuck
tomorrow's
'em.
Brandon's problem.
Podcast at talkingaboutthis.com is an email address. I don't have any emails. We did it 2 weeks in a row. Every problem has been solved.
Feels good
Oh man, you don't often
to really be able to sever that last connection with our fans.
Thank God. You don't often only come out and speak perfect truth for 3 hours every single week, but I mean to do
You
it
imply that all our emails are corrections.
to do it twice in a row. Hey, if you want to write into the show with some corrections or stories about video games or your life or anything really, podcast talkingrocks.com is where you write that, or drop them on our subreddit. Check out our brother show, the Satpod, satpod.podbean.com. That's about wrestling. We're going to be playing a little wrestling tabletop RPG here this week. Talk about it next week. And then we got some stream stuff coming up. I should have said at the top of the show, we're playing Jackbox Saturday night. Saturday night, boys, Jackbox party stream. It's going on. Everyone's invited. Don't act like this is the first time I've told you. I'm pointing at everyone in the studio with my papers. You can probably hear.
I could be with you in game, if not in body.
Perfect. We'll tie you in online if you want. That's going on Saturday. You at home, come on by and play. Everybody's welcome. Free for everybody. Subs, new people, doesn't matter.
Okay, sorry, Saturday.
Next
Saturday from when this airs.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
6 days. From
6
when
days from
5 days from when
live.
this airs.
Gotcha.
The 20th, October the 20th.
Not tomorrow.
Okay.
Not tomorrow. No.
Okay, I'm
Not
a little more
tomorrow.
on board now.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, Brandon.
Tomorrow's
That's right.
Tuesday.
That's right.
when
I
the
get
video
my.
games
I
come
got
out.
the.
I thought you
day
were going to play this
dyslexia.
in the past. I don't know.
Nope. This Saturday, October the 20th, Jackbox Party Games. Come and join us. It's starting in the evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will probably get
Podcast
drunk.
Has a long and storied history of jackboxing.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to that Christmas show where me and Kevin played an awful lot of Jackbox after everyone went home, and I ended up with my shirt off.
I
Yes, that
often
was-
use that thumbnail.
That was terrifying.
Oh yeah.
That was a
Yeah, you
Destiny
didn't
night
really
also.
know
That,
me
that
well
was like
enough,
one
yeah.
of the first times, like we had done a couple shows together, but I feel like that was like the fifth time we've met.
That's true. It wasn't very many times.
It was
played
definitely the
Destiny.
first time we'd gotten drunk together.
Then I tried to convince a lot of people to raid in Destiny with me.
Yeah,
No
and
one
then you
wanted
did.
to.
You
No
Nobody.
takers,
passed out with
think I
your
woke up with
character
a-
dancing in the background.
Woke up with a piece of salami on my head, I think.
I remember you like passing on the mic, like just
Falls of glass.
yeah. And then Extra Life is on November the 3rd. And that's all on talkingbreakfast.com/live. Come and join us. I stream every goddamn day. I'm going to try to remember to take this part we just did and put it at the beginning of the stream, beginning of this podcast.
Nice.
So if you hear this at the beginning of the podcast, I did it. If you don't,
You didn't.
fuck me. Because a lot of people will listen to like an hour and then they don't end up getting finished the podcast until whenever. And they're like, oh, Jackbox is on Saturday. God damn it.
Got to
So-
start with the plugs.
I know.
Man.
I don't like doing them, so I often forget. That's it. That's all. I hope you'll come and hang out with us on the Twitch at talkingreckless.com/live. And that goes both ways. Listen, Twitch people who are watching live, this thing goes up on iTunes if you ever miss us. It's a little tighter. It's got music. It's a little snappier on iTunes. That's all. That's it. Brandon Lynch, thank you very much for joining me, my friend.
You're welcome. I've been working on this crumble of bottle labels.
I see that.
It's getting mighty big, and they seem to be duplicating without me adding to it.
Good pile of paper shreddings there. Bryce Zinnick,
Hello.
always a pleasure to see you. Thanks
Great.
for coming out.
Yeah. Always. Thank you.
Kevin Byer,
Matthew.
thank you. That nobody calls me Matthew. Thank you for totally, for real, like putting. I'm gonna end the show. Man.
We almost got too real for a
Oh,
second.
nobody calls me Matthew. What the fuck? That's so weird. Like, seriously, my parents only do it, and only when I'm in trouble. Only when I was a kid. Matthew?
I feel like Matthew is something I would call you sometimes.
Sometimes a little
like if I was
ironically
doing
almost.
like a bit or something. Yeah.
Sometimes. When I'm prepared for it. When we're
Right.
doing a shtick, yeah. But
Like if I was talking all like high and snooty, I'd probably be like,
Matthew?
yes. What good heavens is happening, Matthew?
Yes.
I have a guy at work who gets angry if you call him Matt. He demands to be called Matthew.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening, Matthew. You suck.
Call him Matt. Call
I mean,
him
it's
Matt.
like
Yeah.
it's like Andrew,
Okay, that's
like
true.
our buddy Andrew.
That's very true.
If we call him Andy,
Hates
he
Andy.
loses
That's very
his shit.
Mr. Crow?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's not an Andy.
I've
No.
never tried.
Don't do
Okay.
it.
Not an Andy.
Noted.
Actually, you know what? Try it once.
It's
Try
just
it
one
out.
time. And you at home, thank you so much for joining us as well. We'll wrap this up. We'll be back here 7 days' time, the day after Jackbox. No, 2 days after Jackbox. It'll be the 247th episode of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then.
It's like when we call you Bryce-tifer.
Yes.
I can't stand it.
Or
Bracely.
Brandon Free.
Yeah.
we could call him Bry.
Ooh.
Yeah, how do you feel about
Bry.
Bry?
That's Mr. Flowers.
And eventually shorten it down to Bruh.
No, that would be Brie.
He goes by, I thought Bry.
go by
for most
Bry.
of the time.
He's-
Yeah. He's a Bry man.
I call
Is it
Bry.
weird?
Yeah.
I've never called him Bry.
Oh, a lot of people call him Bry.
Really?
Byron. I got that from Byron.
Yeah.
Byron call him Bry all the time.
Doesn't make any sense. He doesn't have a Y in his name.
B-R-I.
Yeah.
Brie.
But you pronounce it Brian. Bry.
I would still pronounce B-R-I Bry, probably.
Nah, that's
B-R-I-E
crazy.
is Brie.
But we had a Brianna and we called her Brie. So
Hey,
we need to
BR.
differentiate.
Fuck.
If I saw just totally detached BRI on paper, I would think it was Brie.
Would you?
Yeah, for sure.
B-R-I? Yeah.
I go Bry. You know,
Bry.
Yeah, it's got to be a Y.
it's like bicycle.
Bicycle.
Just like Brycicle.
Just like that well-known
doesn't-
word.
that
That's a much better name.
That doesn't work at all.
No.
I'm gonna turn the stream off. Also, hey buddy, thank you very much. Who's here? Alex,
Toodaloo.
Warren,
Too sweet.
Warren.
JoJo. Who's Matthew Chan?
Oh.
Somebody was apparently posting some racist stuff or something. I don't know.
Whoa,
Great job.
Whoa, we
he's
got
out of there
mods
now.
For that.
Yeah.
That's you. You're
Who
Matthew
the
Chan.
fuck is doing that?
Great.
Get that shit out of here.
No, they did. They did. Look, message deleted.
Nice.
I can see what it was.
Good work.
Ooh.
I don't see a message deleted.
Sorry, I can't see the thing. Good work for whoever was doing that.
May have reloaded her phone shut off when it did come up.
Yeah, I mean, okay. There's clearly some fucking
There's some
Yeah.
shit going on.
yeah.
Shady
some
business.
It wasn't the worst. I've seen worse on the internet, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this thing off. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll catch you. We're gonna be out early tomorrow. Bryce is like fucking full scarf.
It's
and
cold.
He is out of here.
Because if he's going up
freezing.
through my fucking shit smell.
Also, yes.
We're on early tomorrow. Like earlier than start time for a couple hours because it's my fake Christmas. So we'll see you then.
Christmas in October.
Beginning of October.
Why?
Because